So when we last left off, you guys were at the Moat House south of Commandant and had, I believe, felt that you had resolved all the events there. With some injuries being late in the afternoon, you opted to leave and head back to Commandant rather than spending the night in the outpost. For some reason, I think there was a discussion of possible troll attacks and so forth.
I'd already done that last week,
okay.
So I'm actually going to put that point into intelligence. Sorry.
Okay. So you become slightly smarter. and smaller. Okay.
Your brain grows and your size shrinks.
It's all balanced there.
Give it another year, my guy's head's this big. His body's this big.
That's right. He rolls.
As long as it's not football shaped.
I was just about to make that joke. Everybody start calling me Stewie.
Yeah.
Okay. You should see the current map. I did hopefully fix all the graphics issues, so you should be able to move around. In addition, with the new Foundry, they now have an option that I can make interiors of buildings dark and exterior of the buildings light, and your vision should work. Feel free to try that out if you wish on the current map, so that we know if there's any problems.
Yeah, that's dark.
Nobody currently has any light or anything, but you should see your dark vision if you have dark vision, and or your lack of light if you...
Did you put dark vision on my character?
No.
Okay.
Because you don't have dark vision.
Yes, I do.
How do you have dark vision?
It's random.
It's a random talent you can get.
Okay, well, then we'll have to add it into your character.
Okay, so and if you're using your night vision, it's gray.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Night vision, dark vision is just dark vision. It shouldn't show up as black and white.
Works like a charm.
Okay. So that should all be good. That will be enhancements for future maps and so forth. So you guys head out late in the afternoon. It'll be shortly after nightfall by the time you make it back to Commandant. If you recall, previously in the day you had released several Red Shield mercenaries after murdering the other half of their party. And then fighting Eric Carlsbad down in the depths. More than a few of you have suffered effects of corruption, although I don't think anybody necessarily announced that, hey, I'm a mutant now.
Well, I kind of did when I started glowing green.
Sure. And you guys head back to Commandant. A couple hours later, as night is falling, you guys arrive. Commandant pretty much is how you left it. The only notable difference is that.
Yeah, strange ringing.
New phone. I don't know what that was.
Oh,
it sounded like a ringtone. Anyways, the only thing new about the town seems to be a brightly colored pavilion near the center of the town. Several banners and so forth. It looks like a gypsy tent.
There's voices coming from
voices. You hear voices all around. Most of the villagers seem like they're not really congregating around it. Almost like it's been here for a little bit of time. They're just going about their regular business or whatever. Mm-hmm. From the sign, you see some fancy script that looks like it's written in Elvish, and is sitting there in the middle of town.
Yes, it says blah. I have no idea.
The tent is labeled Lyriel the Seer.
As we go, I'm just gonna pick up a walking stick to help my leg.
Okay.
Well, that's one place we don't need to go to.
That's right. Definitely don't need to go there.
I'm not a big fan of other elves either, so hey.
Nope.
Right. There we go. Elves bad. Yeah, for the
Dwarves are far worse. No, I would have to go to the colorful thing just to see who's in. Try the last elf that tried to get into my business, or at least steal some of my thunder, died pretty quick.
Okay.
I suppose the seer could be kind of fun.
I'll go to the blacksmith area since I have the tools and stuff.
Okay.
Right now,
Merchant shop.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the bar
Okay.
and start drinking away my terror.
Okay. So not sure they have enough of that, but
You understand,
I'm not sure
you
yes,
understand
having
the
them.
quest.
Yes.
I'm not sure
So
you
there's,
have
as usual, the strong smell of the tobacco in the town. A couple old guys by the tavern outside smoking pipes. A halfling walks in, promptly orders drinks for himself, and starts drinking.
There's another action I want to do, but I'm going to message you.
Okay, you're heading to the merchant. He still has his shop open, although he's closing up for the night.
Slash
Okay.
W
What's the wagon there?
space
To work on
like
it.
saying.
Yeah,
Space.
it hasn't moved. It's like he hasn't done parts or anything for it. He sees you walking up a little bit battered and bruised, or at least your armor's
He
a bit
barely
dinged.
even got touched.
His armor got dinged.
I have.
If it pops
I'm
up
not injured
for the rest
currently,
of
so-
us,
Right,
no.
his armor got dinged.
No injuries on me.
Such
so-
shit.
He barely got injured too.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
It's because you're an elf.
Slam, out!
Can somebody let me know
A
if they
raid
see
drop
this?
injures you.
You gotta dodge more.
Does somebody see that?
No,
Well, other than you?
no. Yes, I see that.
Okay.
Once I have glasses on, I can see it. Okay.
I'll
Welcome back. That didn't take very long.
Yep.
Looks like you got the parts.
Oh, but yeah,
So I'll ask where the wagon is and stuff.
It's right out front.
Okay. So it's night currently, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll drop off the supplies and stuff
Okay.
with them. Let them know that all the parts are there, and I'll fix it in the morning.
Okay. Sounds good. Thanks. I appreciate it. That would have taken weeks to get anything like this from Minotaur.
Yep.
Why are we doing this again? I'm
For
not
us having
helping
helping
crossbow.
out the person.
Oh, whatever.
He has.
That's right. He wouldn't let me steal the crossbow.
Being honorable.
Yeah.
Really, it's everything not to steal the crossbow while he's.
Okay. So meanwhile, he's doing that. You're in the bar. What are the rest of you doing? What
Going
the
to
other
the
two of
tent
you doing?
pavilion.
You're heading to the tent, and you're heading with them.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys walk up to the tent. Okay. So
You die. Roll up.
you head up to the tent. Outside, there's a little sign.
I can't
Again,
read it.
you can't read at all. You can't even read Elvish.
You have to read and write to be able to read.
Okay. Can you read Elvish?
No.
Okay.
I don't understand why you keep playing these retarded characters.
I know. Can't, just
Yeah,
can't read.
just
Play
read.
what you can. Play what you can actually fit. You know, that's the thing.
Just read.
I'll have it in 2 more game sessions. Damn it.
Okay. Outside the tent flap, as you walk up, a short little midget steps out. Looks about the size of a halfling, but the build of a dwarf. Steps out. In the dim light, you see some candle light from inside. Otherwise, just a little bit of moonlight. He has large bulbous nose and wide ears. It might be a mask, or it might just be the light. It steps out, looks up at you, and says, "Welcome to Lariel's."
What is this? This wasn't here when we left.
Reaches into his pocket, pulls out something, quickly sticks it in your hand. It's a little wooden chip with a strange symbol on it.
Okay. What's this for?
He holds up, open the flap, says, welcome to Lariel's. One at a time, please."
Flip his coin back to him and walk away.
Okay.
I'm not going there.
Okay.
It's too weird for me.
He doesn't catch it and lets it land on the ground.
Okay.
Let me examine the coin.
It's just a wooden piece of wood. Doesn't look like it. I mean, roughly
You
rectangular
would have said
or
that he
whatever.
forced it, and I would not be taking anything from him.
He just sort of reaches out to hand you
That's
something,
not
and on
what-
instinct you take it.
Yeah, I mean, you do take things without people.
Somebody
I take things when I contemplate stealing them. That's it.
Yes, but generally speaking, if somebody strange just
you go
walks up to
reaction.
you,
Somebody walks up and takes it. You like,
yeah,
what?
99% of the time somebody will take it, and then
I'm not
somebody will
arguing
drop
it. I didn't say I wouldn't have done that. I just said, hey.
Yeah, you
Now, wait a
drop it.
second. Normally, I wouldn't want to do that, but
Anyways, you look at it, it's just a piece of wood. Looks like driftwood of some sort, carved with a strange symbol. Looks like it's been etched and filled in with charcoal or dust of some sort.
Got it. So,
You have no recollection of what the symbol is or means.
okay. I'll step him.
Okay. You step in. Inside is a slightly hazy tent. There is a sweet scent of perfumes and other things. Various decorations around the room, many of which look mystical, or at least give you the sense of they're mystical, like you would expect in a gypsy tent. Around a table in the center, there's a softly glowing crystal ball on the center of it. Looks like it's lit from below with like a candle or something like that, causing it to flicker. And a tall, thin elf seated on the far side of the table, dressed in a gown with a hood and so forth. Most notable for her violet eyes that glitter in the light. She looks up, smiles at you, and quietly gestures for you to have a seat at the table.
I'll sit down.
Okay. She's wearing a cloak of deep blue that looks almost black in the room, embroidered with all sorts of runes and so forth that sort of glitter or possibly even glow in the dark. Outside, the elf breaks his hand, his arrowed finger. Broken nail.
Any major
Only I could have played that off in game. I absolutely no. It broke.
She says, "Welcome. You seek to know your future.
I do.
Like when you break your
Excellent.
bowstring.
Not many would be brave enough to seek what doom shall befall them.
I've encountered plenty of doom, and it hasn't killed me yet.
Let me see the what fate has given you." She reaches out for the piece of
Lift your
wood.
pants.
Yeah, I'll give her the wood.
Good. Excellent. You've treated it with respect.
Oh, he's my boy.
It shall bode well for you. Give me a D1000 roll.
Oh, what?
1,000.
D1000 roll.
I
Oh, is that what this is for?
Yes.
I don't want to know mine.
Oh,
The
yeah.
state.
You as a
that's
character
very,
don't need
very
to.
bad.
You as a player do.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where it's at.
My dwarf's
Okay.
not taking it from an elf.
945.
It's not an elf. It's some sort of stout.
No,
Little...
this one's an elf. There's an elf in there also.
Right, but you're gonna take the coin, which is supposed to tell you.
Oh yeah.
945. Okay.
You will fall down a flight of stairs at 9:45 exactly.
Wait, in real
Okay.
I don't know why that's
Did you see
funny
that?
as shit to me.
I see. Yeah, pop up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
I
in
see.
real life time or in
Yeah.
game time?
That's the mystery.
Oh, you 40.
What if I found something?
Doomed
Okay.
to die a horrible death.
Okay. That is your doom. However it comes to pass.
Having fun more?
I can assume what that means.
You can assume whatever you wish. She tells you a fancy mystical story that tells you something, and at the end, she gives you that phrase. If that phrase has something to do with how you die, your doom has come true.
That is so very vague.
As fortunes tend to be.
Alrighty then.
Okay?
Well. Alright. And is there any purple around the tent? Just by chance?
Yeah, her eyes are purple.
Okay. Yeah.
Keith the leader.
Alright. I suppose I should.
You've made the group so
Okay.
paranoid of purple.
For that entire time, I was watching his nose.
After a short time, she gives you your fortune. Then she gestures towards a different flap of the tent. You walk out and are greeted by the little guy again. Says, "Hope your fates live well with you." Holds out his hand.
I'll place a silver in his hand.
Excellent. The fates will bless you.
Punk just came. Yeah.
What's up, my brother?
Okay. Ben, you are hanging out in the bar.
Okay, that's what.
When one of the travelers enters, walks straight up to the bar, takes a moment or two to climb up on one of the benches, and then proceeds to order a round of drinks for himself. Bartender pours, I don't know, a dozen whiskeys, and the halfling starts drinking the first 3 of them before he pauses, shaking his head slightly. The first 1 or 2, it seems like he almost has a little bit of a shake to his hands.
Okay.
And after that, it starts to set in. He's a little bit more steady.
Drunk Kathleen. Okay. I will stay in my seat. I assume I have like a drink at my table, wherever I am.
Okay.
And I will continue to observe to see what I can figure out without engaging quite yet.
Okay. He proceeds to drink probably half the drinks. And then starts talking it up with a couple of the farmer wives and farmers that are there in the thing. Seems like he's looking for companionship and being overly aggressive accordingly with it.
I mean, he's not wrong, but
Okay.
We could have put that a little more delicately.
Not after five shots for you.
Especially as a halfling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Half the size, twice the potency.
We share everything.
Okay.
Even our wit.
Half the size everywhere.
Okay, quarter size.
Have I asked the locals, like the bartender, a few of the farmers in here about the group? Or is it empty?
No, you
I just started eating them. You left them there. I'd be like, all right, thanks.
So now what I need to do
Oh,
is just
done
hand one to
immediately.
him without saying anything. See if he takes it.
Shut up.
Matt, you should have just grabbed a
I
handful.
was thinking you should have cut out the wood thing.
I could have. So.
So
No, you've just arrived within the last hour or two. You have the information I gave you, and that's about it.
and the people that I talked to that you said on here already left?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Probably why you put on that they had left.
Yes.
Strange how that works.
Like I said, what you have on that sheet of paper is the information
you said
you
an
have.
hour ago.
Yes.
I didn't think that would be enough time for them to be already gone. Like I got all
As of an hour ago, yes.
Okay.
Third time your phone's getting taken away.
That's right, man.
I think about that every time I'm at the table. I'm like, don't take my phone.
Okay. I'm gonna
Get a 5-minute
continue
detention
to
there,
wait
Matt.
and see if any of his other companions
Okay. So,
join him
after-
because I don't think I can really make much conversation with
After-
a drunken halfling.
after a little bit of time, I assume the other three show up at the tavern.
Yeah,
Presumably
nothing
looking
if-
for a room this
If
night.
nothing else is open, then yeah. just-
Everything's closing down for the night.
Okay.
I mean, you have a little bit of time if you need to get some supplies or do other things. It's a small
Clothes.
village.
I need to get a new set of clothes.
Okay.
I've
Clothes
been
are
burnt
fine.
severely now.
It's fine. That's character now.
do I see all the burns?
Both of my sets
Yeah.
of clothes, I only have two. Both
Yes.
of them are ruined.
They look good.
Anyway,
Now they're lived in.
Yes.
covered in blood, torn, burned.
Okay.
You can make them red shirts now.
Yeah, the merchant, by the time you get there, having been distracted with the fortune teller, he's closed up and everything.
That's fine.
So in the morning you can get whatever supplies you need. So yeah, they walk into the bar. You see the halfling talking it up with several of the farmers who are slowly leading their wives and daughters away from the halfling.
I look for the red shields.
There's no sign of them.
Well, ask.
Doesn't seem to be stopping the halfling. He's like following some of them and been going over.
I don't care. He's danced on top of a table before in the middle of the bar, so I don't care.
Okay.
I look around. Actually, he pulled a knife on one of us too. Who was that? You? Okay.
Yeah.
While dancing around and drunk.
So I just wanted to go up to the bartender and say, hey, did a few of those Red Shield mercenaries come through here?
I'm sorry, who are you talking
The
to?
bartender.
Bartender? Yeah, the Red Shields, they were here this afternoon. They were talking to that watch patrol over there.
Oh no.
I look over.
They point over to a shoulder, to the corner, to the side. You see a road warden sitting there with a drink at the table. Just seems to be staring intently at you guys.
Okay. Did they leave or are they still around?
I think they left.
So they didn't get rooms?
No.
How long ago did they leave? Do you know?
Early this afternoon. They came in just to get some basic supplies and headed out immediately.
That's too bad. They were steeped in chaos. Needed to make sure that their filth and their taint didn't continue to.
They didn't ask for baths.
Well, then they were bad. I mean, did you smell them?
They didn't smell any more.
I need a bath.
Yeah,
I need a bath bad.
I was trying to be polite here, but they didn't smell any worse than you.
But that's my point. Is that I'm here because I want a bath and I want to give you my clothes to see if I can get them sewn up, possibly.
This is the third time this
Sure.
week you've had it.
I don't think we're going to be able to do anything with that.
That's
That's a little bit too much there.
It's getting a
Are you,
little excessive.
are you
It's getting a
sure
little
you're not
excessive
high
now.
elf?
Do you have any
Matt?
rose petals?
No.
Matt, are you sure you're not high elf?
I'm sure.
You're keeping yourself very high.
No.
Not
I
a
am
common
covered in
occurrence, but I
filth.
guess we could give you some tobacco. But
No, that's okay.
yeah.
I need a bath.
Tobacco
I'm
water.
covered in filth, and I don't
Okay.
like having my own blood on me. So
So you're looking for a room for the night?
yes, please.
Okay.
You made me bleed my own blood.
That's right. It happens too often.
Anyways, it'll be 2 brass for the evening.
All right. And the bath.
Another brass.
Food as well, and some wine, please.
He calls over to his daughter and has her start prepping a bath.
And if you could bring me a bottle of wine and some food as well, that'd be fantastic.
He reaches under the counter and pulls out a bottle.
That's fine.
Here you go. Another brass for that.
Brass, that's it. Do you have any? Okay.
This is a small rundown town. What do you expect?
Yeah, I get it.
Not a rundown town. It's just a small village. They only have so much in the way of supplies.
It's gonna give me some dandelion wine.
That's right.
Where the hell are my other pages?
No.
They've got there it is.
It's a fine vintage of
Probably
tobacco
underneath
wine.
the pages that you were holding.
I give him the silver piece.
With the essence of common done tobacco
Oh.
in every
A
sip.
silver. That's worth 4 times as much as he was asking.
It's like drinking out of somebody's spit cup.
Silver. It's 12 brass. No, it's
How
not
do you know our secret recipe?
He was asking 3 brass in
2,
total.
3,
4
4,
times.
4.
This wine
4
is
times.
thick.
4
God, I
times.
made myself
4
sick.
times 3 is 12.
He asked for 4 total.
Four total brass.
4 total
Okay,
brass.
fine. 3 times.
I give him a silver.
Okay.
3
And
times.
As a tip, or are you looking for extra
I'm not
food?
looking for change or
Okay.
extra food. Just
Okay. No, he says, excellent. Perhaps you prefer this one. He pulls over a different bottle of wine for you.
well, thank you.
Okay.
Take that one and
The
then
extra strong tobacco.
That's
Yeah.
right.
a key.
This one's made with that strange grape stuff.
A key to the room, please.
No, it's room 5.
Okay. We've stayed here before they lock, right?
No.
Fantastic. I'm going to go enjoy my bath.
Okay.
The elf's going to shrink.
I plan on washing my clothes in the bath as well.
You're welcome to. There's not much left of them. They're all burnt up.
Both sets. I'm going to break up my pack and
Okay.
wash those two.
We're going to have halfling elf here soon.
So,
My first set went into the swamp after the tentacle monster.
Yeah, it was your first bath of the week.
Corrupted bath.
Oh, yeah. Chaos filled.
For all you know, they put the swamp water in the bath.
what would the rest of you wish to do?
Where else are they going to get the water?
I'll have drinks and food and then get a room.
Okay. So, same thing. 3 brass for food and drinks,
Same thing.
as well as a room.
I'll go ahead and mark.
You don't have to worry about it. Yours is already covered.
Yeah, okay.
I am, if at all possible, trying to keep a position with the tub to where I'm watching the entrance to the room. I'm assuming it's a semi-private room.
It is a private room. Has a single large copper tub.
Okay.
More of a basin than
Okay.
anything else.
I was expecting like a stone thing in the floor.
No,
Maybe.
nothing that fancy. This is something they can roll in,
Gotcha.
filled up with water.
My bow and quiver are right there in case.
Sure. Okay.
That road warden, man. I'm going to have an elf arrow in the eye.
Okay.
I'm just going to set her down for a majority of the night. Just drinking.
Okay. So you guys relax and let down your guard for the night? Doesn't sound like the elf is, but...
Yeah.
I mean, what good does it do me? I have no fate, no fortune,
Don't have any at all?
none. So letting my guard down does nothing for me.
Then you're perpetually on guard.
That's right. Because I have nothing, no way I can save myself. All right.
Good job,
Fate has
Matt.
tapped me on the shoulder.
That's
and
how you do.
I'm scared.
Stab! Oh, damn.
Matt, you're doomed to just die.
It's like you can't relax
Nothing
and enjoy yourself anymore.
That's very true.
Excuse me.
My
Okay.
character knows
You're
what that
excused.
feels like.
I will get my 1 fortune back.
Okay. That's like one more than he has.
It's true. Because he's an elf.
Okay, so night passes uneventfully. In the morning, you wake up in the barn, face down. You feel relaxed at this point, but you have no clue what happened after drink number 8.
Okay.
Passive
Okay.
feeling.
They actually gave you good wisdom.
I forget how the passive feeling again.
No, he's just an
How much did I go through? I have 4 silver and 16 brass.
5 brass.
Okay.
Now you're going to be on trial for,
I mean, after a little bit, I mean, halfling-sized shots don't cost very much.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
Puts out thimbles on the thing.
He'll drink anything. Watch this. No, it's whiskey, I swear.
Should I just
Dude.
count myself as healed?
Nah, poison.
You laughed. But like
Sure.
thimble of
I'm not overly
151
worried about the healing
fucked you
at
up
this
pretty
point.
Quick.
One of the
Wasn't
first
down a lot.
alcohols I've ever had. Not the first one. One of my first. My first on drinking involved 151. 4 shots in it.
I have a question. Is there a specific, leader in the group, real quick?
A leader?
Game?
Is there a leader?
Well, of course,
Like,
it's
who's the
me.
leader?
The dwarf. Oh.
Generally, I would argue that it's probably the elf. I mean, probably Matt. Matt kind of has been.
I would say
Matt
Matt is the initiator.
We tend to go chasing
But
after
from the
Yeah.
legitimate authority, I would probably lean from your character's perspective towards the dwarf.
Okay.
That's
Well,
that's
Well, yeah, they're both
No.
Middenheim, aren't they?
They're both Middenheim, but he's an Ironborn, which is
I'm
an
also
official position.
I'm also excommunicated.
I'm out of my depth.
I'm legitimate.
He's passed out in the barn.
Yeah, he's literally out of his depth.
Wait, did I finally make it to a silver ranking? Hold on a second.
Impossible.
Maybe.
You're an elf. You can't get to silver.
Yeah, and you're a wood elf.
The highest I've made is brass 2
It's elvish.
in
silver.
any of my classes.
Brass 2 is like
Now I'm
elvish.
curious what level you are.
Civil 1. Investigator.
Yeah, but see,
Inspector, I think.
I'm sure it's brass.
what are all these things?
I went from
It
silver
bothers.
5 to
Level
brass
1s
1.
are almost always brass.
I went from silver 5 to brass 1.
I mean, I'm
You
technically
made an improvement.
I'm technically silver 3. I just I expended up the alcohol. But
Okay.
maintain my thing.
So, in the morning, you guys get up early, fairly heavily hungover. The rest of you relaxed. Matt, you didn't sleep very well. The other 4 of you have had dreams, which will thus give you your dooming.
Okay.
Since you guys are all suspicious of the fortune teller.
It's an elf.
Hey, you introduced that before or after I decided
That's
my
fine.
fate for
I
the day.
have no problem with
That's
that.
what you get me
So,
fortune teller
Silver
elf.
1.
I'm already screwed.
Go.
Made it
So,
to
Sad,
silver.
give me a D1000.
Still lower status than the dwarf.
I
I
don't
thought you were
care.
joking when you said
I think
No.
me too.
Hell, the best I can get is a silver 5.
I have a
If I make it
8-page
tier 4.
listing of potential dooms.
Yep.
I honestly
And
don't
for the record,
see where we...
That's the only one I actually knew
I
about.
don't know.
Just to chance, I knew about that.
Ooh, 624.
I like 3 of these things. Beneath notice, read, write, and sharp.
Biscuit has a doomed. Oh no. The
Oh,
dog's
no.
gonna die
Whoops.
this way.
Whatever.
624. We could do that.
That would be upsetting.
The dog will die from a flea.
How much is a magnifying glass?
Magnifying glass is, I think, pretty expensive.
Yeah, they're
actually.
really expensive. They're
Shit.
gold. They're multiple gold.
Okay, I assume
You
you
get
got
one of those to
that
make tier
test.
2.
What was it?
I assume you got that test.
Yep.
Okay.
At least that just takes cash.
I don't trust this software not to announce things out to the group. I figure I should test things.
So I don't get one since I need sleep.
You do. Everybody will get
A
one.
hallucination.
Interesting. This whole choose what type of roll thing is no longer a drop down easy thing.
Please say Matt's gonna die from too many baths.
He dies because he's too clean. Wait, he's awake.
He will die a clean death.
I'm gonna,
I got that. That was well done.
Okay.
who's next?
Oh, you will.
See if this works. Okay.
It
Yeah.
did work.
Oh,
Almost
that's
triple
not a
seven.
great one.
I don't care.
It's almost triple sevens. It'd be really bad if you rolled triple eights.
All they're doing is giving me more reasons to not help the group. How about that?
I'm the one who rolled in the 900s.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Test. Got it.
Yeah.
Not great.
I hope I roll in the double digits. I hope. Maybe.
You have a 1% chance of that happening. 10% chance.
Figure settings.
I was like, I think there's 100 digits in,
Yeah.
but 99 digits
10%
in the
chance.
10
Ben?
digits.
Oh, 833.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Roll up a new character, that just means death.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thou shalt die after rolling an 833.
Don't worry, Matt. That's about the same look. It's about the same reaction I had.
Test. Yes, it worked.
They're vague and weird.
Yeah, it's very, very, very weird.
I know what mine means just by chance.
Do you now?
Well,
That's what one thinks.
I know what that faction does, and I know what it's talking about. I
Well,
just
you
don't
got
know
more information than I did. Because I got shit.
Okay.
I looked at it like, oh, yeah, I can't do anything with that. That's fine. Continue on with life as normal.
Huh?
Huh?
What I think is really, I love mine only because of the type of character or the way I've been playing my character. It's very hilarious.
down.
Yeah, mine lines up pretty well with mine.
Yep.
It doesn't line up well at all. It's just hilarious the wording of it. If I die and it's, I'll be able to say, hey, listen, guys.
Mine's just gonna be karma.
I swear, if this is what I think it is, I'm gonna be pissed.
Mine's just
Okay.
gonna be karma after my last character.
I'm a dwarf again.
Now, had this been a certain other characters in the group, that would have been hilarious.
Would a halfling get a doomsday?
Haven't got a doomsday.
We all get doomsdays.
Remember, he said it's no longer a human thing. It's
Right.
everybody.
This is an everything thing. And more importantly, you as a character, you as a player at least, are fully aware of your doom, whether your character is or not.
Okay.
So the expectation here is this is something you are actively trying to avoid. It is not a hard and fast rule. It's when your character dies, if there's an interpretation of your dooming that applies, the fortune teller was right.
Well, that's too vague, though.
That's the point.
I mean, mine is
Some of them can be interpreted different ways.
mine can be interpreted a billion different ways.
Exactly. That's the whole point.
Those.
Mine
Okay.
literally could just be you died and more got you.
Okay.
This could be-
This is gonna be fun.
I'm going to
Well,
live
that's-
forever. That's all I'm going to say.
We'll see.
Die of old age.
that seems like you have a lot of faith in that.
Shut up. That's fucked up. Yeah,
That's the point.
but that's my point. Is that it's so messed up. It's so vague.
Your fortunes are
Yes.
very high right now.
Yes, you're not a halfling.
Huh?
They don't get the choice of that.
Really?
Do I?
Yeah, sadly.
What's that?
They can't become any of those types of things. If you
On
look
the
at the
paper
top of
or
it.
not.
Motherfucker.
It's
Okay.
because of their resistance to
Magic and corruption and all that. Okay.
So, yes, you can. Just not in this racial situation.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Okay.
Awesome,
Get
thank you.
yourself prosthetics.
Okay.
Ooh.
Stilts.
So, what would you guys like to do in the morning?
I
You're
would
rested
like,
and recovered.
as soon as the dwarf comes thundering down the stairs, I'm guessing, unless there's no
I am
stairs.
so quiet.
He is a stealthy dwarf.
I am.
And yes, he wakes up most people when he comes downstairs.
He's known as the scout of all the other dwarves.
Hey, I'm
Get the stealthy one up here. Glop, 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 glop.
He's their expert rogue.
Hey, I'm the fastest one in my squad and the most stealthiest.
He also
Anyway.
might be.
Anyways,
All right,
I would like to initiate a conversation with the dwarf.
do so.
And
Okay.
just pull up a seat at whatever table he sits at, and get a.
You're gonna try to have him repaired.
whatever.
purchase others.
Okay, yeah, you
Oh,
can purchase others easy enough. A bronze for basic commoner clothing. Unfortunately, they don't have a large supply of elvish finery.
I'm going to get the finery that I have and see if they can repair it.
They
Yes, with
patch it up
basic
with tobacco.
basic farmer stuff. There's no sign of the tent this morning.
Also, basic clothes are not silver, unless they're just particularly cheap.
These are pretty cheap
Okay,
clothing.
unless they're particularly cheaper.
Yeah, these are like hemp clothing, and
I'm gonna spend a good bit of time.
Got not church now.
it's like a burlap sack with straps.
That would fit the elf a little bit more.
I'm gonna spend a good
Kinda
bit of time.
fits with,
making
like,
sure my
trees.
feathers and sticking through.
It
Okay.
works really well
Yeah,
for you. It looks like a trash bag.
Make sure they're secured under your pants.
My name is
That's
Dobby.
true.
So you sit down. You order some food.
My name is Dobby,
Um,
the full elf.
As you're waiting for it, the road warden comes over, sits down at your table, uninvited.
Okay. Yeah.
How's it going, Ironbreaker? You're a bit far from home.
Yeah. Travel.
Okay.
Go where duty calls for me.
And what would that duty be, vaguely?
Working for the town of Midnight.
What kind of work?
It's classified.
Even to a road warden?
Yes. I'm oath bound, not the sheriff.
These older people in Midnight go screw us.
Couple of fellas came through here last night. Said they were attacked by a group of bandits. I mean, your group's pretty good description. Well, maybe they overemphasized.
Not sure why they're called as bandits, since we gave them all their gear and all their stuff. Left them with their lives.
Since we admitted to killing all the friends, and
And they were harboring people casting magic of the Chaos orientation. So, I wouldn't call us bandits, call us heroes.
it's like that Judge Judy clip where she's talking to the one girl.
Do you mind sharing in detail what occurred down at the...
Well,
Was
no,
it
that would
Mo-
break my oath off my job.
Oh, Judge, you're on. There was no phone in the purse. And she's like,
Yeah.
okay, well.
Why did
Judgment
you-
goes to the plaintiff. It's a great clip.
I was told not to share any information
You
about
see
the stuff
photo
I was
of those
doing.
two guys. And the other guy's like,
Okay.
Alright.
While you're talking with him, a couple of his companions come down, have a seat. The halfling looks a little ill.
Need more alcohol, halfling. Get the tolerance up.
Right.
Spend some XP.
what is
It's toughness based.
I got quite a few points in it, but it ain't gonna help.
That's why you got the drink number 8.
I think you only
Drink
get like
fast.
plus
Yeah.
10. I think you only get plus 10 in your base toughness.
Anyways, the other three come down, have a seat at the table. You see the dwarf talking to a road warden.
What's your deal?
I walked right past the table.
Okay. The elf, surprisingly undressed this morning, just walked right past you.
What?
I'm carrying some clothes. I'm in my loincloth. Got my bow and quiver
It's
and
an elvish thing.
a couple daggers.
You know, for as tall as he is, I figured he'd be bigger.
I'm one lean, muscular dude. I want to tell you that right now.
They since they tree hug all the time, they kind of grow like trees.
This is really slow.
Yeah.
That's why there's not that many elves. It takes 4 hours to get a boner.
We're gonna walk up. I'm gonna sit down and.
That's why
set
reproduction
my
is an
axe
art
next
for
to
us.
me.
Got to time it just right.
So you're going to walk over and...
I'm gonna sit down with him. And
Yeah.
Set my axe down next to me. I'm waiting on my chair.
Okay.
What's your deal?
Oh my god.
I'm a road warden. I keep the peace. If there's trouble, I investigate.
And you didn't investigate those four? Traveling a lone group of mercenaries that traveled out into the swamp, and you didn't investigate them?
They're red shields. They're mercenaries. They get paid.
We're mercenaries too. We got paid. We got paid by a more honorable source.
I don't question the
This is
sources.
called
I
giving
just
the
question
game
the
away.
people. Well,
What gives you the right to question the people?
I'm a road warden. What else am I supposed to do?
You're like talking to a cop.
Yeah,
What gives you the right, motherfucker?
This
Yeah.
badge?
The badge and the gun on my hip.
Yeah, I am literally a highway patrol policeman. Whatever you call them these days.
You know, you never like the police till you need them.
That's right.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with him.
I don't either.
I can't share the information because I was told not to.
He can.
Wait, who?
Well, yes.
Wait, hang on.
That's why you brought the rest of the group in.
Hang on, real quick. Out of game, who told you guys not to share?
The guy who hired us.
The guy who hired us
Who?
said keep it
Well,
secret.
they're not allowed to
Who?
tell you.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to tell you.
You were there for it. We were specifically told by the guy that hired us, do not tell people about this.
Right, don't go-
Specifically not other people of the
Right.
law.
Don't go
Yeah, that was
around.
in Middenheim.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's who we're working for. That's why we're here, part of it.
Assuming you're talking about the badge
Yes.
stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, that was in.
We're still working for that guy
Why
right now.
else are we out here? That out of character. Like, what else? What was the
Okay,
other
I'll
reason
give
we
it-
went out here?
There is one.
We are.
There's a
Okay.
couple of other
There's-
reasons you're out here, absolutely.
Yeah.
But you guys were pursuing Eric
Mhm.
under orders of the guy from Middenheim. I forget his name myself now. That you were told specifically not to share the
Top right of
information,
the paper.
and the group already got in trouble once for sharing the information with everybody.
Well, yeah.
Sparsely.
Okay. However, from the best you guys can tell, he is a legitimate officer of Middenheim
Okay.
and these lands. I mean, there's no indication that he's playing it up or pretending to be a cop. He has a badge,
Or is that good?
or he is that good.
Ulrich
No.
Schutzman.
Yeah.
The watch. He's
Yeah.
probably you work for him too. Watch Commander Ulrich Schutzman.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That would be the
Intro.
city security. Yeah, city security. I mean, you would have heard of him at some level,
Yeah.
but you wouldn't have any direct relationship with him.
Sparsum. I believe Sparsum was the reason we went out looking for
There
this
we go.
dude, and Sparsum had connection to one of the other disagreements.
Joseph Sparsum was the chancellor.
Yeah.
And Eric Carlsbad was the one that was embezzling money and funds from the treasury, which is why you guys came out here.
Okay.
So you guys stare awkwardly at each other.
Just I know what to say.
Did I get in? Oh, so I don't
Yeah,
remember
you're-
anything about last night then.
After you started drinking, no.
Okay.
Get to practice.
We're cleansing these lands of chaos.
I'll hand
Okay.
the halfling some alcohol. Get to practice. Montage.
I drink it.
Okay.
Physically and internally.
I just,
You do feel better.
I'm gonna start mumbling into my drink.
I side eye the halfling.
Why would you want to go through this? This is awful. Why? And I'm just gonna keep drinking.
Okay.
I just awkwardly side-eye the halfling real quick, and
It doesn't take you very long, Matt, to find some basic clothing.
Okay.
Okay. Nothing particularly fancy, but
It's like people start
Unfortunately,
throwing
there's
clothes
somebody
at
wearing
him when
these.
he's
That's right.
not wearing anything.
Anything with those
you're walking around with an loincloth, everybody just say, "Here, put this on."
Please? Please?
I do so proudly. I don't care.
Yeah, basic clothing is 6 silver for a full suit.
Yikes.
It was expensive.
Yeah. So if you want some average quality clothing, 6 silver.
Okay.
If you want the burlap sack, and a couple brass.
I throw away and even say burn these to the people who I buy them my other sets of clothes.
Yeah.
They've both been seeded with chaos and all types of shit, so please burn them. And as I take 2 more sets of clothes
Okay.
and get dressed, pack away the other set.
So you have a spare next time.
Yeah, I had a spare this last time.
You're talking about radioactive waste. Please burn it, please.
That's right.
That's kind of what it sounded like to me.
Please store this on the lower shelf.
And I'll head back to the inn to get breakfast.
Okay. You return to find the 3 of them. He's staring into a shot glass. The 2 of them are staring awkwardly at a road warden, who is staring awkwardly back at them.
I just shake my head and I'll sit at a separate area, not with them at all,
Okay.
and get food and drink.
Okay.
I don't want to have anything to do with the road warden, not with my past. Dude, I'm an outlaw
and
and a thief.
and
And an
Murderer.
elf.
I don't want anything to do with you.
But you're in disguise. You changed clothes now.
Right, that's right. And I'm an investigator now, David. Forget about the past.
man, you were more criminal, and then you were another criminal, and now you're investigator.
I didn't start out as a criminal.
Nobody ever
You
does.
start out as.
Scout.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Starts out.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys finish your food, unless there's something you guys want to interact about.
I'm gonna go speak to the person that hired us to go out in the first place.
Schützman?
No, there were someone in town that wanted us to go out there and clear out the area.
No.
No.
That was specifically, no one wanted us to do that because they didn't care.
Yeah.
Okay.
They told you about the moat house and said that, yeah, there's a ruin out there in that
I
direction.
mean, I have my side quest that I was going to work on, but we're talking to the road warden.
I thought we had sent out there to purge the.
No,
so
no.
Nope. Okay.
No, you guys initially assumed that, hey, this is an opportunity to go monster hunting out at the old fort. And the town said, well, that place has been abandoned for 20 years. Why would we care? If you want to go out there, by all means, here's the directions, but it's a waste of time. Watch out for trolls.
That's
Speaking of-
disappointed we didn't run into any trolls.
Speaking of,
We didn't have the whistle.
Because the elf didn't want to stick around.
What?
We didn't have the troll whistle.
I was all for staying there. It was other people that were like, let's get back to town.
Yeah. If you had the troll whistle, that would have worked.
oh yeah,
Next time we got to buy.
I'm glad that left with somebody. I don't know who it was. But somebody.
I think Frederick had it.
All right.
It was either that or the wizard, right? It was one of those two that we just took
Yeah.
along with.
Every adventuring group needs a troll
Troll
whistle.
whistle.
That's right.
you guys definitely woke on some trolls.
It is very fun playing obnoxious troll slayer. I was very sad when I died in such a
Can't
non-epic
kill
way.
trolls if you don't have a
That
troll
was
whistle.
pretty bad.
Yeah. Honorable death.
No, it was not.
I'm sorry, feral cannibalist.
Anyways,
You and Carter both went out like bitches.
That and the sailors too.
Yeah, all of you guys.
Hey, I found it quite honorable. They saved the wizard.
That was a bad day.
It was extremely bad. I knew I shouldn't have done it. I even thought about it. I was like, let me go help these people over here. And you were like surrounded by 5 of them. No, I gotta help you.
I died.
Charge across the field, die. All right, I shouldn't have went over there. That was so bad.
That'll lure me.
Yeah.
The trick
Let
is
the
to
wizard die.
head over there to save him. just slow enough not to get there in time.
Hey,
Don't
yeah,
cut
at
off
least,
to that
at least
with
you
that
died.
wizard.
At least you died in combat. I died of an infection afterwards.
Do we really want to call it combat? I mean, that wasn't really. I ran up and got gutted. I didn't even get a chance to do anything.
I knew
He's
tripped and
he's
got
never
killed.
killed a single thing that Slayer.
I killed. Hey,
Himself.
in that before I got outside of the crypt, I killed several. Dang it.
I think they died from starvation.
Speaking of monsters, by any chance, did you guys come from the checkpoint north of here, right before the swamp line? Like through the little short road from here and the checkpoint?
Yes.
Did you stop by
As soon as
the...
he answers yes, I huff. I glare at you.
You don't talk to the cops.
Yeah, what is he doing? Yeah, we did that. Yeah, murder. Yep, we sure did murder all those
We
people.
did, because it was the only road here from Middenheim.
No, it wasn't.
It was obviously us.
I don't care.
I
It's
was
the
debating
only
on maybe
road, so
starting
yes,
talking
we
about
did.
it.
We need to break out a
There is
tape,
another
start playing
road.
the song. You would.
There is another road.
Yeah, I was debating about making a start talking about that.
Oh,
Like,
Jesus.
is there another
That's so
road out?
I mean,
Yes,
there is,
there
but
is,
it's like
there is.
super far out of the way. When
No,
we
it's
said
not.
we're from Middenheim.
Dude, look
Going
at the
here
map.
on a mission. Yeah, I am looking at the map.
It is not out of the way to take the
We
road
went-
south.
We went from here.
I-
And when I said we're specifically coming here for a mission that he can't know about, it would have been longer if we went that way.
If we went to the east road
Yes.
or down south.
Down south. We came on the road that's going parallel.
So far, the road warden has successfully interrogated the group and
Yeah.
figured out some key information.
That's right. Just like Jesus.
They're from Middenheim on a secret mission, and yes, they came on the path he suspected.
And we murdered a bunch of people.
I've
We
already
admitted to that.
No, we didn't
Yeah.
admit it
I've
murder.
already told them this.
But
information.
you admitted you gave all the stuff back to the people, so you were there.
Hey,
And if he doesn't join our group and he wanders off, he's gonna be like, "Oh, there's a lot of dead bodies here." Well, okay, 2 + 2 + corpses equals these guys are assholes.
I
he has
already
no
told them that
jurisdiction over
information.
me.
I don't know.
I know.
He has no
I wander out
jurisdiction over
front.
me.
Okay.
All I gotta say is I would
Sit
love to see
outside.
him try to
Okay.
arrest
And
us.
I'm like,
You feel
Yeah,
quite a bit
try to
better in the
arrest
fresher air.
And you can't get in the way.
I know that just
Yeah,
like,
no way.
depressed.
Yeah, those runny eggs are not
Oh,
sitting
like-
quite well with you, but you're okay for now.
I gotta throw
Nice thing
away
is,
the
I, don't
throw.
have to, I just have to walk and keep shooting arrows. You'd be trying to charge to catch me, whatever happened.
I'm mainly wanting to see if you guys might have stopped by the prison cage
Stupid
hanging
elves.
over the swamp in the middle of the path.
That's why you guys
Did
carry me.
you encounter anything? When I was coming down here, I saw a bit of scuffle down there. Like something big came out of the swamp or something.
Octopus!
Yeah, the halfling calls from outside.
You mean Big Slimy?
I think the locals are calling him Larry Legs, but sure, we'll go with that.
Say it.
No. So, did he cause you guys any harm?
No.
Or did... Okay.
All left completely unscathed. Except for that halfling.
Just a bit of mental damage.
Okay. So, you guys were purging corruption down south at the moat house. To me, it seems like you guys were in the right. So, okay. No need... What?
Dwarf mutters to himself over his oatmeal.
He's getting the proper amount of oatmeal in his beard at the same
That's
time.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
It builds up the armor.
You never know when you need some oatmeal on the road.
Right.
It's also like an elf detractor. They just kind of see it, like they drift away. It's like
Yeah.
the best thing ever.
That's very true. Elf and humans would be like, dwarf.
I'm trying to figure out how...
You can reason yourself being in the group.
Yes. Thank you.
You don't have to
I
listen to
gave-
yourself.
First off, you don't have to. Second off, I gave you a couple of possibilities. You're a cop
Yes.
investigating crime.
Yes.
There's reports of a crime.
Yes.
What does a cop normally do?
Investigate.
When he has the people that the witnesses have accused right there, what does a cop do?
Arrest them.
Yes?
Murder.
Please try to arrest
Murder.
I got a trigger happy elf here.
No, that's not what would happen.
That's absolutely not what
I
would
help you
happen
arrest the group.
with him. They might fight. He will kill them, and then you can tear their bodies off.
Something very simple will happen.
I just
Or-
don't think you have jurisdiction over me.
Again, I gave you the basis of road wardens are not necessarily paladins.
Yes, I know that.
Okay? They're here to enforce the law with a lot of discretion.
Yeah, they're enforcing the law in a very broken society.
Yes.
Yes, I'm trying to figure out how to roleplay that.
Okay.
Would you like to come with us so we can show you that we did not commit the crime?
But we did.
That doesn't need to be stated.
Would you like to go with us to the moat house?
Confusion.
Alone. So we can show you all the bodies.
That don't match our weapons.
There's no arrows in them.
There was a couple.
To be fair, you did roll really good on all those.
He had two
the-
arrows left.
The other common ability for the road wardens, think in terms of military. You have people that need to be questioned. You also have your own missions that you need to accomplish and track down. And people who are under suspicion are prime candidates to be press ganged into assisting.
You also have somebody right there that if you need assistance, all you have to do is
All you have to
call
do is
on his
say,
honor or say, hey,
yes.
you need assistance.
Okay, first off.
all you need to say is just, you need help. And
Yeah.
I'll most likely help you.
I need help, but in addition, and if a cop asks a innocent person to help out, most are going to say yes, or the cop is going to get suspicious.
I'm doomed either way. Help me. Hell no. Suspicious.
Yep. I suspect you might be involved in a crime. Why don't you come with me? I don't think so.
That's right.
Well, that might just reinforce the suspicion.
Yeah.
So, based on your character, I gave you options. It's all a matter of how you play it. Now, will William kill you? Possibly.
With how he does stuff, yeah, I feel like he's going
The
to
words
kill
"you're
everyone.
under arrest" don't have to technically come out of your
Right. You don't have
Yeah.
to say that.
You have no jurisdiction over my character.
Actually, he does. If you're
Yeah.
if you're a follower of Mindenheim,
Yeah.
he's
I was under the impression my
If
character
you-
was completely lawless.
your
character-
cult may be, but you worship Ulrich, and he is a duly appointed officer of Ulrich.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why would you not respect his authority?
Oh,
I think the
It could be the fact
I
that
think the
chaos is
culpable-
dripping out of his ears.
That may be.
Yeah.
That's a separate thing. But
I think the cult of Ulrich, my character's concept is he thinks the cult of Ulrich is retarded. It's all corrupt.
you are a wolfkin. That is the cult of Ulrich.
Wolfkin, specifically, the book states that Wolfkin are people who are against the cult of Ulrich and believe in a more animalistic approach to its
You still worship.
Yeah,
Ulrich.
I still worship
Has
Ulrich.
not. So he's when
I
he
just
says
don't-
cult of Ulrich, he doesn't mean cult of Ulrich.
The specific religion.
means
You
God.
worship Ulrich. Ulrich founded Mindenheim.
And
Mindenheim's
Jesus.
authority
Mindenheim.
is present in him.
Got it.
Okay. Now, you may not like how he does things. You may disagree, or you may go more barbarian along the way. That's perfectly fine.
Okay.
But you to specifically rebel and say you're full of crap, go away, I'm not going to listen to you, doesn't make sense. Now, if he was a road warden from the Empire, from Sigmar, absolutely,
Okay.
crack a bottle over his head and kill him.
Why am I offended by
I
that?
had more
I would-
misunderstood what you had
Right.
stated as his
He-
position.
He
I don't
is
know,
by
I heard you
nature.
offended
a worshiper of Ulrich
Free
in
ruthless.
some form, and he is ordained by the Graph at some level. Okay, now there's a big bureaucracy behind it,
He's
obviously.
perfectly
Yeah.
good.
But
model.
he's effectively he is here to maintain the peace of Middenheim and the Middenlands by order of Ulrich.
He's
would
a
be the
soldier.
extension.
He's a soldier of Ulrich. He's
Yeah. So
I was more going along the lines of my character specifically. You are traumatized by the specific cult of Ulrich.
well, that may be, but he's not a priest of Ulrich.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's-
Which would give you some sense of rebellion. But similar if a road warden of Middenheim called on the dwarf and said, I need your help, the dwarf's going to do it just because somebody needs help. A road warden of Middenheim calls on you to give help to the lands. You're going to say, sign me up. Here's my axe. Okay? The halfling's going to puke in your boots. And the elf's going to say, I'm out of here. But the rest of them, I mean, from looking at them, they're prime candidates for it. Plus, you have that whole thing of they've been accused of crimes, and you need to keep an eye on them. So, hey, I got some tasks I need to get done. You're coming with me.
Why did they accuse me? I did nothing wrong.
You're just gonna disappear.
Yeah, like I said, you could also be a lot more gray as far as that law, at which point they slide you a couple of coins. You might say, okay, you guys look innocent to me.
Okay. That'll totally go over well with the dwarf.
Sure. Otherwise, he's slowing you down on your missions, which are super secret.
Okay.
So, what do you want to do?
So how about this? If you guys help me out with something real quick. Well, maybe not real quick, but if you guys help me out, I'd be willing to maybe just let this whole thing not like it never even happened. Like, I never heard anything from those mercenaries that passed through. We never had this meeting.
I walk in. 'Cause
Okay.
I'm just outside the building.
Yeah, you can hear most of this.
I
The bar's
walk
pretty
in.
empty at this point.
Walk up to him.
Okay.
Right.
Burp a little bit.
Yeah.
You're gonna pay us.
No.
We have expenses. You either pay our expenses, or we're gonna tell you no. And I take like the 3 bronze, just like 3 bronze out of my. This is all I have left. I am broke. Like make a scene.
Bartender wanders over, picks up one of the coins. That'll cover last night.
Why don't you ask this fancy ironbreaker to help you out? He's probably got lots of
He's
iron.
poor too. Look at
I
him.
start laughing.
He's filthy.
Ah, you called you fancy.
We're broke.
Hold that.
I walk over and even pat you on the shoulder. Fancy.
Yeah, you do have access to some small discretionary funds
Lovely.
for the purposes of deputizing people.
Okay.
You
The
little fancy.
The trick being, the normal arrangement is absolutely, we will cover your basic expenses and living costs. All you have to do is survive.
Sure.
Does he have a drink in front of him?
No.
You're gonna
Does
steal
anybody have a
it.
drink in front of him?
He does. Holy stuff.
Let me ask you this. We work with you.
Awfully big.
You deputize us.
Just
Is
start
that what
downing
we're
this
saying?
drink.
Until the task is over. Yeah.
Okay.
And
We'll
if you
have alcohol
survive.
We'll have the same rights and
You have
powers of a road
alcohol
warden.
poisoning.
Maybe lower standing, but
No.
no. Not as I what was the word you used?
Powers.
Yeah.
Not the same jurisdiction as the road warden.
What kind of task?
I'll explain it on the way there.
Wait. Are you trying to leave the swamp?
It involves a dragon.
That'd be great.
I would just go, no, and walk away. You would literally have to arrest me.
And I'm bound here for at least today to make it up for the shopkeeper. I promise to fix his cart.
Okay, I'd be willing to wait another day.
Okay.
As in terms of what the job is, we'll need to know so we can prepare for said job.
Yeah,
We're not going to go in there with zero information, with zero equipment for the job.
I'm with the Iron Breaker.
I'm perfectly fine helping you with said job.
Going out into the
It's
presumable,
just I need to know what it is so I can get the equipment.
yeah, going out into the presumable swamp with no feasible supplies.
Perfectly okay. What type of equipment do you have? I'm eyeballing him. See what he's got. Coin pouch.
Standard street stuff.
Yeah. Do you have a coin pouch?
He does.
You had a coin pouch.
Yeah. I might have to test my sleight of hand.
No, he doesn't have anything particularly unusual as far as gear.
Troll horn.
Have you ever heard of the necklaces with the little black stones that people were wearing in Middenheim?
Oh, you mean those little necklaces that Mad Lewis sells down by the old fort?
What?
Where's this at? Who? Who's Mad Lewis?
Oh, he's a old man that comes near the traveler's post over by the old fort in the middle of the swamp.
Yeah, that's where we need to go then.
Sounds like
That's
me.
where I'm stationed. We patrol around here often. Yeah, he pops in, sells a few, and leaves for a few days. Seems to be getting them from somewhere in the swamp. We don't. They're just little rocks. No,
Mhm.
no real concern.
They're chaos.
Yep.
They emit chaos, and you can track people by them.
Warpstone.
Do you have proof of this tracking?
Just the word of a Grand High Wizard? What the hell was he? A Grand... Some sort of a...
Don't say grand.
I think he was like fourth level wizard,
Yeah, whatever
or
that is.
at least third.
Just the word of a High Wizard in the tower. You know, they investigated, or he investigated it in the tower, I think.
Mage Lord.
Either way.
Okay.
That's your majesty.
I'm not saying that the wizard is very trustworthy. I mean, he's a wizard after all, but...
Yeah. Those magic dealers, I don't really trust them that much.
But he did absolutely identify them as, you know, chaos items.
It's also not
Okay.
the first time we've dealt with them in the past.
Might be something for me to look into later on. But the job that I have for us is actually going to take us past the fort to the other side of the swamp.
It's fine. We can stop at the fort for a little while.
What?
Sure, but you guys won't be allowed into the
I
fort.
want to go back there.
Unfortunately.
We haven't been there yet.
The swamp?
Is it a different fort?
We haven't been to this yet. We're not going to the moat house. We're going to the fort.
This is an active fort.
Oh.
Not a.
Remember when you guys were on the coach, they commented there's a fort in the center of the swamp
Fort.
that
I
they
swear to
use.
God, I thought that's where we went.
Eekdorf?
No, you guys went south
Leitdorf?
of Commandar.
Yeah.
Commandant,
Uh-huh.
which is where the moat house is, an old
How do you
ruin.
say that word?
Man,
In the
missing an
middle.
episode or two of this has
Leitdorf?
really got me so fucking confused.
Leitdorf?
Well, you were also
Leitdorf.
drunk last night too.
Eekdorf?
Oh,
Fort Leitdorf.
two athletes thoroughly black.
It
Fair
could be
enough.
a sound or an I
Yeah.
sound.
Middle,
It
in
could
the
be
middle of
like-
the Shodan song,
Eikdorf?
along
Yeah.
the Great North Road, there's supposedly a military outpost as a coaching stop because they don't have enough time to get all the way across the swamp.
Okay.
So that's where he's saying he's from.
But,
Where's your
to
horse?
give you,
The octopus ate it. Obviously.
Where's your dog?
Sorry.
but for more details for you, dwarf,
It's a very big troop.
to put it short, 7 of
It's a big
our
mastiff.
road wardens went on a patrol west of the swamp, including my including Major Garrett Smithson, my superior. They never returned, and it's been a few weeks now.
Darn.
So
I find it good.
I really don't like this.
I find it good that
You're
you.
doing
I'm
great.
sorry.
You're doing great.
Yeah.
I have to try to play the fact that I hate everybody.
Yes,
At some point.
I know, but can you?
I'm more curious
I
why
really
he's
want-
investigating the opposite side of the swamp. When he said they disappeared on the opposite side of the swamp where we currently are.
No.
No,
West
this-
side.
West side.
You guys
On
are
the
on
east
the
side.
You guys are currently on the east side of the swamp.
Right. And they disappeared on
Yeah.
the west side.
Correct.
Yes.
The voices are telling me this is not a good idea.
So the dwarf is
Excuse
curious
me?
why he's on the east side of the swamp looking for these lost soldiers.
There's a reason there was an oracle here.
He's looking for help, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
And
There's
also
towns
all
on the
the
west
signs
side
for-
also.
You've met the oracle, right?
But that's scary. He'd have to go all by himself.
He's already all by himself.
But this is the safe side. So we came this way to look for help.
That is a good question.
So I explained
Yeah.
it in your background details. You don't read it, I can't help you.
Are you human?
No. Yes. Yes.
No, yes.
Yes. It's hard for you to tell. They all look alike.
How
Yes.
big was human are you?
Why? It doesn't matter.
That's my question. Like, why are you looking for help on the opposite side of the swamp where they disappeared?
Because it's the safe side. You get your help, then you go back. He's a human. Come on now. You gotta understand that.
He's a human who's superior.
That is honestly not that far off.
See?
I
He admits
throw
to
a
the...
grin at you.
So you're going to spend the day repairing the wagon?
That's my goal.
Okay.
I also
Borgar
want to
item?
send a message
We're low
to
staff.
my clan talking
We
about the
have very
old
few
work
numbers
place,
after
how the
a quarter.
remnants of the family's bodies have been disgraced through time,
Okay.
and to keep records of them.
Can you read and write?
Yes.
Okay.
Speaking of,
He just writes a bunch of scribbles down.
That's what I would do. If I know
This looks good. Send it.
I get back years
Here we
later,
go.
it's like they just pull out all the letters.
Guy looks at it. This doesn't make any sense. It's dwarvish.
He's drawing pictograms. Oh.
you know, it'd probably be helpful.
Anyway, so you spend the day repairing the wagon. Not a problem.
The piece
Um,
of
But yeah, for your information.
Yeah, they'll go ahead and
Elf,
send a message.
Yeah, we
It'll
do
go
that.
out in a couple of
No.
days with the next
but
mail.
For your
we haven't
information,
bothered to decipher.
Elf,
I didn't know they
we are
had
short
pigeons.
staffed.
Do you
I probably shouldn't be saying
do you
that,
have a
honestly.
piece of paper you found yesterday?
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Have you tried deciphering it?
No, I was waiting for the halfling to hand over the paper that we talked about last time. It's not that big of a rush. I
Do you
figured-
have it?
The other paper, not this paper, the other paper we found in Midtime, the thing, which we are not talking about in front of someone that's not included
I
in
know.
the mission.
In the secret missions.
Just player to player.
I went.
Did we
Yes,
ever?
yes, I have.
Did we store that?
Yeah, I have it.
You haven't changed.
That was taken like 2 weeks ago.
You've changed so much. You're so much older now.
Yeah, the beard's a bit longer.
There you go.
What's this?
The letters thing is after it, though.
Oh, yeah, I'll need that also. Probably.
Oh, the cipher.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we did get a cipher.
For some of them.
Oh wait, yeah, I helped decode that a bit.
So by the end of the day, the wagon is repaired. He thanks you graciously. Reaches up and pulls down the crossbow. Gives it to you. Says thanks. I'm not sure how I'd be able to operate this wagon otherwise. This certainly helped me out.
I'll show them like what I did to fix it and stuff like that. If certain breaks, I'll make it a learning opportunity. So if that particular issue breaks, he can fix
Okay.
it. Hopefully.
He pays dutiful attention. It doesn't seem really to sink in.
Okay.
He does not have
So
experience.
this snail goes right here.
He doesn't seem to have the requisite experience points to
Hey,
learn
here's your
the skill.
crossbow.
That
Leave.
customers keep calling him away.
Oh.
So, because of all the
The
volume
customer's
he
the
has.
elf. He just keeps on going, hey, hey.
Yeah. Elf sitting there saying, "Have you sewn my shirt up yet?"
Who is, since it's such a small town, he's just blacksmith, like
No, he's the
tools and-
merchant.
Okay.
He was the general.
So
store.
yes, I would be pulling them away periodically
Sure.
because I'm going to go there and try to make sure we're stocked up on food.
Yeah,
Everybody, what do you need?
whatever
Bolts.
basic supplies you need.
What?
Bolts.
So we need to get bolts.
Yeah.
Full plate.
We don't get.
That works too.
Bolts
Load
are
everyone
5
up with
silver
bolt plate.
for 12.
Okay, so how many do you want?
Oh, not a huge amount.
So I'm buying. So
Oh,
let's get
okay.
this stuff going.
Oh!
So
Okay, how much can I
Bugman's
sell
would be
these
really
bolts
nice
for?
right now.
Do what?
Bugman's.
We already asked. They don't have it.
I've heard a spare pair of clothes from him.
Okay, 5 silver.
And we already bought all their grenades.
Do you want 12 or more? Do you want 24 bolts?
I'll take 24. That's fine.
Okay, so that's 1 gold. So, or no, yeah, 1 gold, right?
That's what I
No,
was checking.
it's half a gold.
I was like, a gold for 24 bolts? I'll take
So
it.
it's 5. But he told me it's 5 silver for 12.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's 5 silver. Yeah.
So okay, so it's 10 silver so far. What do you want? Does he have any more healing potions in the whole day we've been gone?
No.
All right.
I could use a.
The shipment, the truck hasn't arrived yet.
All right.
Well, I just fixed the truck.
Could you give me a like one of those little kegs of whiskey?
How about this?
The horse, or the horse.
They
The
come
dog.
in, they come in quarts now.
The dog's gonna carry it.
I don't care. I'll get him some whiskey. What is
Okay.
that going to cost?
Oh,
I can
5
pull it-
silver.
I can pull it with rice if you want.
Here's a silver.
Too much fluff.
What do you need?
Thank you.
What do you need?
I'm not worried about this miscellaneous stuff.
Okay.
Food. Does everybody have enough food? We're going to be walking. It's quite a. What is it?
Like half
2.5 days?
half a day to the checkpoint, another
2 days, maybe.
I ate all my food.
probably.
What?
Typical half.
At least to the 4.
I'm gonna say I ate it because I have none on my my character sheets. So
You don't remember losing
Stress
it,
eating.
but then you don't
Stress
remember
eating.
much of last night.
yeah, you stress ate last night.
Told you made too many sandwiches.
how do I not have fucking food?
11.
Oh, that's right, because we were in town when I made this character. I can use some food.
All right. I'm carrying 15 days of rations.
How much are rations?
2 silver a day.
Oh.
How many days you guys want?
It's obscene. I'll take
Silver.
Well, you can buy bread and cheese for a lot less.
5 days each?
Yep.
yeah.
Okay. It's how much? 2 silver?
2 silver a day per person.
So I'm not paying for you.
Yeah, I know.
You can
So 30 silver?
don't bother paying for me, so I'll just purchase myself like
I'm paying for
2
everybody.
days worth of rations.
The elf is being generous for once in his life. Let
What do
him
you mean
pay
once
for
in my
it.
life? 30 silver. Everybody thinks, man.
This is a once in a lifetime
Okay.
opportunity to
For the record,
elf
player-
buy something for you.
Player to player, I starve in like 50% more time than you guys do. I don't
Still
need as much
uncomfortable.
food as you guys
That's
do.
fine. I still want to give you guys 5 days. You still get 5 days from me.
Okay then. Gonna check to see if they got bugwoods.
They do not have
Maybe
bugs.
the elf like missed it. Like
No.
a back alley.
I walk in, he's got this huge keg of them. I'm just going to tell them.
I have no bugs.
Yeah. They don't have any.
Hey, my horse can't carry that much.
No, he has no bugs.
Darn it.
Nothing else, everybody?
What's that keg sitting over there?
If we run out
That's
of
not
silver,
Bugwins.
just use
It
the
says
horse.
Bugwins on it. I don't know what that says. It doesn't say Bugwins.
Void.
All right. I don't know what else. Is there anything else anybody wants? Or need?
Happiness.
That I
That's
can't
what we're
provide.
gonna buy.
Do we have light sources? Since people were having issues with light sources.
I have it.
have
I
a
have
Star
a
Lantern.
lantern.
I have a Star Lantern.
I need to figure out how expensive lanterns are.
No, I think
need
yours
one.
was destroyed.
Well, I don't need one, but it's
Yes.
good to have one.
What do you mean?
When you
I just
died,
said
remember
When you died and it fell over and burned up?
I had set it on the ground, I thought.
Yes.
Fire creatures ate it.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
How much are lanterns?
I don't think you had a chance to set it on the ground. You were still carrying it and you got dropped.
Yeah. It got knocked over, and that's why the lights went out, because it burned out.
Okay, then Chicken worth spiller.
What's that?
I think it's scarves. I'll have to make a check on them. But
Who's looking at
I would like to buy another.
snakes on here?
Okay.
So
Give me a roll.
76.
Okay. Yeah, they have an old one.
Yeah. Purchase it.
Oh, dude. You need any medical supplies?
Fresh leeches.
Oh, I finished watching Game of Thrones.
He's not listening to you.
How did you manage that?
It's summer.
I've been watching it for like 3 months and I haven't managed it. Then
I
again,
finished it in like 2 weeks.
it's a pain to watch after a long time, but
You watch like a
Should've just
season
went
a
down.
day.
So what'd you think of season 8?
Of what?
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Sucked ass.
Definitely wasn't the best.
That was more in season 1.
Don't you like the fact that they built up the Lich King to be this uber badass and all this other
He
shit?
never talked.
That's fine.
The little girl kills him.
And she
Yeah.
just drops her knife and stabs him. Just so dumb. I just was so mad at that scene. The big epic battle should have been between like him and a dragon, or him and Jon Snow going to town.
Well,
I could have
he did
directed
get-
that scene a fuck ton better than that.
He did get a bunch of dragon fire breathed on him, but it did nothing. So
yeah.
Which
That was
makes no
nothing.
sense. But whatever.
He got covered in dragon fire. The one thing said to be able to kill him.
well, they didn't know
have
if they
a
could
reference
kill
book?
him.
Matt?
I do.
I mean, there's a
I
point
wasn't sure if you
for
replaced
it
that
to
or
be
not.
called dragon glass.
I didn't loot.
Obsidian.
You
It's
lost,
yes,
you
it's
lost it at
obsidian.
the one nation that burned down. But I mean, that was a
Oh,
while
yeah.
ago, so.
I have marked
And
things
at
that
least in
people,
the
somebody
books.
else was carrying them.
You stated those
Yeah, I'm
are the
currently
two
carrying
things
them.
that can kill.
I have the rope.
Dragon glass?
Yeah, you have the rope,
Oh,
crowbar, and grappling hook.
Okay.
According to what I have written down.
Yeah.
You like the fact that they go from this far south to the far north in like one scene on the
You
back
mean
of a
north to
dragon?
south?
Huh?
You mean north to south?
No, the other way around. When they're at Dragon's Keep or whatever it is, way south in the
Dragonstone?
Yeah, and then they fly all the way up to the fucking wall.
I'm pretty sure it's like to represent like multiple weeks, if not months of travel.
But they didn't represent that at all in the show. It just literally like the next fucking scene they're there and you're like, the fuck?
So
Sorry,
speaking about armor, we should probably get the halfling some type of armor. Put some metal on it.
How about we just let me go?
Yeah.
Go back to town.
I feel like
I
he's
don't
almost
have to
a
worry
slave
about
right now.
armor if I'm just catching fucking rats.
Well, what if the rats attack you? It would be nice. It'd
They
be
did
nice to have
attack
some
you that
armor.
one time. Oh, no, I don't know about that.
You can't come back to town. They might need a medic.
Yeah.
I hate this life.
You chose this life.
If you put metal on them, then you can't run
No,
away.
I did not choose this
You
life.
could have rolled again.
I was conscripted. No, I didn't.
You could have rolled again.
This character, no, as a character, he was conscripted into this. It was, hey, go do this or go to prison.
Yeah. That's what all these characters were, except for maybe George.
Volunteered.
He hasn't admitted.
He's just suicidal.
Volunteered.
Yeah, the rest of us were voluntold.
It's like one of the.
I was
jobs.
wrongfully accused. I just want to point that out.
So you guys got whatever supplies you need?
I sure hope so.
Okay. Assume you're heading out the next day then? Or are you guys going to head out this tonight?
Have you told us what we're doing?
Yeah, I told him
Right.
and him
Yeah,
that.
we're finding missing people.
Yeah.
Any information about like what they were investigating? Like why did the major and 6 other people go wandering out into the woods to get lost?
It was a routine patrol. They never returned.
A quarter of your staff goes on patrol.
Is it? What?
Sounds about
Can
right.
you like whisper me how like what the total staff was?
16 people.
16
Oh, no, I had security forces.
and then 7 less
We never.
after the people.
Yeah, half of them went out on patrol, standard routine.
Okay.
They send out a group
Yeah.
of road wardens, given the dangers of the area.
It sounds like some
And-
Mad Max shit, doesn't it?
The patrol disappeared, never came back. Since then, because they're low staff but they still have to patrol,
They sent,
they've
like,
been
one
sending out single
person.
persons, thus the reason he's by himself here.
Yeah.
Okay. So we can just infer basic threats of the swamp, I suppose.
You can infer whatever you want.
Yeah.
Since we don't know much about what's up there.
I prefer to infer dragons.
Where is it?
So the badge we got from Midnight.
There it is.
What's it made of?
Metal.
Does it have any like intrinsic value? Like it's in.
Not really.
Okay.
So my longbow that he was carrying was not recoverable.
Who was carrying?
My way.
The guy that got torched.
No. Yeah.
I mean, he dropped everything, but you're saying it's close to that.
Yeah. The elemental incinerated him.
Coins might be left.
Has a big pile of goo.
Eh?
Since it melted a storm lantern, I don't think you're going to survive.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Okay.
Damn it!
Yes.
Where'd that come from?
Because
I
you're like,
was
I'm
gonna
sorry.
say something. Now I can't. Now I can't.
They blanked
I
out.
was waiting for like a couple minutes to ask something, and now I just can't remember.
Okay.
It's a sign of old age, man.
That's right. You're so old.
It was like important too.
Okay. The three of us are ancient, so you're fine. So, were you guys heading out tonight or heading out in the morning?
Morning.
Okay.
That's what I want. Okay. So I actually have two questions. So the dwarven heavy crossbow.
Uh-huh.
Is there any like is it like a +5 or a +10, or do I just like not know, or
You don't know currently.
Like
okay.
walls and stuff before.
And I do want to see if they have any calling device that like would scare away animals and stuff like that.
He wants a troll horn.
Yeah.
You want the
I'll control horde, but yes. I'll just go ahead and say yes.
Okay. You want something to scare off wildlife?
Yes.
Okay. I mean that's relatively easy. They give you some cowbells
I'm a
equivalent.
warhorn.
That if you shake them, it makes a loud racket. Should scare off most non-hostile creatures.
I'm a warhorn.
I hate this dwarf.
I thought you hated me. I thought you hated
The
everyone.
problem is he's so stealthy. He needs something to let the snakes know he's coming.
I'll give one to the halfling and say to attach it on its collar, the dog's collar. So then it just like constantly scares away the animals. This way the dog's alive.
Yeah.
Let everything know where we are.
You can attach a cowbell. to
Trolls,
the dog.
we're here. Food, dinner time.
You gotta put it on
You gotta
dog.
attach a cowbell to the dog.
Bad.
No.
Troy the dwarf. It'll keep it safe.
No, I made a little bit of noise in the swamp and the octopus almost killed me. It almost killed him. Look how big he is, and it almost killed him.
Because we didn't have noise.
More cowbell isn't going to fix it.
I was good.
No. No.
They need to see the video now.
It's all a matter if you got
They
enough.
need to see the video.
What?
It's all,
Video.
it's all a matter if you have enough cowbell. Just need more.
Do you think, honestly, all joking aside, do you really think these bells will help?
I think it will protect you
No.
against mundane animals.
Right. That's the intent of them.
Squirrels,
According to the merchant,
ants,
they put
spiders.
these on their livestock to protect them from simple threats.
Yeah, I'm not saying
Okay.
like a troll jumps out of the woods, the cowbell will scare away the troll.
Right. Realistically, yes. Anything semi-intelligent, it's a dinner bell.
I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
All it would.
Because as a player, you got to remember what my character has done in every combat. What has he done?
Run.
He's run and hit.
Okay.
If you're
No.
exactly.
Darn it, dog, stay!
At first, I was like, yeah. And I'm thinking, no.
That is hilarious.
We run and
Oh,
hide.
I-
Clank, 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 clank.
Football. I don't
Dog's
have
wagging
football
his tail.
anymore.
This is fun.
They gave us this whole week off for
Holiday.
yeah.
That's
Okay.
good.
Like I said,
I'll have
Yeah,
the
yeah.
cowbells in case we need to be
If something
loud at
grabs
some
your
point.
dog and runs off with it, though, you'll be able to follow it.
Yeah.
No. That's what
Or
I'm
other
watching.
things will be able to find it other than that thing.
like I said, I have a
Beastman,
warhorn.
So you're gonna pack
Another
away a
bucket
handful of
bus
them?
A couple of them.
Okay.
Not a
Jesus.
lot.
He's gonna be the noisemaker.
I'm quiet.
I will say this. I like the idea of having it if somebody is
Yeah.
on guard or patrol or something like that, where they can go instead
If
of
only this
yelling.
was the quiet
I have
place,
a
and
war
he'd be the
horn.
first to go.
That's nice.
I've never actually seen that.
Okay.
I haven't.
I remember your war
I
horn.
just know what the monsters do.
And then where are you guys heading?
We're gonna head north, right?
Yeah. Head north up to the checkpoint, then west.
I really
Go
wish
to
I knew how to
the road.
swim because I want to check to see if I killed that thing.
What thing?
Does the road warden know how to swim?
Huh?
You know how
A
to swim.
big slimy.
Okay. So you head north along the trail back up to the North Road. As you're getting close to it, again, you see the gibbet hanging from the thing. Looks like it's been undisturbed since you guys came by previously a couple of days before.
This was what I was talking about. That I saw a bunch of disturbance earlier.
Let's throw a bone into the water.
No.
I'm gonna continue walking.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
I have no desire. If it did live, I have no desire to fight it again.
Okay. You're going to stop to throw
Okay.
bones
No.
in the water?
No.
Okay.
I'm on my.
okay.
I'm on my
That was a
horse.
joke to my
just
father.
on a slight trot.
Do you have a horse?
Yes.
Okay.
You probably would notice all of us go to the far side
Yeah.
of the swamp, of the road, as we're going by.
Okay.
I
So
just
once
walk
you
my
reach
foot
the Great North Road, you guys spend the night at the coaching hut or whatever just for some shelter. And the following morning, head west into the swamp.
No stagecoach came by any chance?
No,
We
not
were
during
lucky.
that time. Okay.
I stay away from the water as far as possible. Try
Okay.
to make as little noise as possible as I want.
Okay. The road into the swamp curves down to the level of the swamp. If you remember the path that you guys were walking on before, it had about a 5 or 6 foot rise up out of the swamp. In this case, it slopes down and is basically at the level of the swamp itself. You're walking through thick marsh on either side with a well traveled packed road in the middle. It looks like it's wide enough easily for 2 wagons to pass by either side. So there's plenty of space, but directly off of it, it's nothing but swampy water, cattails, etc., as far as you can see. There's a low mist that covers most of the swamp. According to the road warden, this is all normal weather type stuff. And a warm, humid air to the swamp itself. Despite the temperature and season, where it's winter at this point, it feels almost temperate here due to the heat coming from the swamp itself. About a day later, you guys have burned through 2 days worth of food.
Okay.
Okay. You guys arrive at Fort, what did I call it?
Leitdorf.
Okay, Fort Leitdorf.
Leitdorf.
What I've only gone through one day due to my stone suit. You are used to getting by with less and know how to survive lean times. You can subsist on half the amount of food required without any negative
Can,
penalties.
but would you?
It's uncomfortable.
Yes, but in this situation, going through a swamp where you need to keep your food.
That's up to you. Are you going to specifically eat half rations?
Yeah, just keep in mind, it's always you can, but
Do you want to?
do you feel like you're in a situation where we're going to be short-handed on food?
And I've stated that there's a travel post in
I mean,
the.
it's like real life. You can survive on just eating a single sandwich for lunch.
Ooh.
Are you going to, or are you going to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
I'll eat
entirely up to you. If you want to, eat frugally.
I'll eat the normal.
Okay. So a day into the swamp, you see up ahead a small outpost. Fort Leitdorf is barely more than a wooden palisade surrounding a couple of wooden buildings. There is a collection of stalls and tents outside along the road itself, and the fort is off to the right. You guys want to head up, and there's a couple of other road wardens and soldiers just manning the fort, mainly keeping the riffraff out of the gates and so forth. They see you and call out a greeting and so forth. There's maybe a dozen or so civilians, peasants, beggars, etc. And as you guys pull up, there's a coach that's heading the other way. People are getting onto it and so forth, heading back towards Middenheim at this point.
Okay.
I honestly thought
My
this
mission's
was-
not done yet. I'll do that when my
Yeah,
mission's
if you hustle, you could probably make it to the coach in time if that's what you want to do.
You do still have your coaching pass. You guys held on to those.
This is a tough choice because my character genuinely wants his nightmare to end.
5, 4, 3,
Okay.
2.
In your indecision, you hear a crack of the whip, and the coach pulls out.
I chase after it for a little bit, like, ah!
It quickly outpaces your short legs and rolls off to the east.
I don't say anything. I walk right past the guards into the building if they let me.
No, they don't.
Come on! I pull out my little badge from Midnight.
Yeah, they bar the entrance. As the coach is pulled out, they start closing the gates.
He
and
flat out
everything.
even whipped out the bat. I'm literally like, what is... I'm not with any of these people. I don't know them.
And we're already in the.
Okay.
No,
Sorry, man.
you guys are
This
walking
is
up to the coach.
character.
Yeah.
He ran back past after the coach as it rolled past you, turned around and then walked towards that while you guys are just sort of taking in the sights and everything. By the time you guys get to the fort, they've already closed the gate and everything else. Okay. Within the fort, basically, it looks like there is one main building, a coaching inn, and the soldiers that are manning this place.
Well,
I'll get one.
So are you not even allowed in there?
nope. I go ahead and start trying up.
Okay. Yeah,
On my
you
horse.
ride up.
I
They say,
Show
they
my
greet
badge.
you. You don't need to show them your badge.
Okay.
They know you. You've been here for years.
good
Um,
point. There are only a dozen of them here
Yeah.
right now. So.
One of them opens the gate for you and says, "Welcome back. How was your patrol?"
Good. Didn't really find much of interest down at Commandant.
Okay.
Other than all the tobacco.
A couple of beggars walk up to you guys, holding out their hands. They look like they're starving somewhat.
Pull out a knife and start picking my fingernails as I glare at him.
I'll give him 3 pennies each.
Okay. They thank you and blessings to you, mighty sir. Your graciousness is overwhelming.
I walk up to him. Get out of the swamp as quickly as you can. There's nightmares here. Please. And I start like pushing them towards the road.
Okay. Well, they're on the road right now, but
I keep
push them
yeah.
towards Middenheim or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Go to Midnight.
Yeah. They
It's safe. There's only giant rats. That's it.
Yeah, they move away from you somewhat and then count their 3 coins. Go back to the side of the road and sit down.
So, real quick, is there a
You're
map
starving, man.
of the?
They're
Is
Of
there
the
a
fort?
map of the like fort slash
No.
mini village?
No.
Okay. Can you?
Mini
So-
village is an exaggeration.
Okay. Yes.
It is a wooden palisade, basically a big square.
The road is coming through.
The road goes
Here.
straight through.
Yes.
On this side is the fort.
Oh,
The
yes.
fort is sharpened wooden logs placed roughly in a square
Yes.
around 2 old rickety wooden buildings
Okay.
with just enough room for the coaches to pull in. They close the gate and they're done. Okay?
Okay.
Have you seen?
Within the main building is both barracks, administration offices, and siege supplies in case the place comes under attack. Okay, the last supply wagon, to your knowledge, was 2 months ago. So the entire supply and news and information comes from the stagecoaches or your patrols, which is part of the reason you're sent out to patrol to find out what's going on in the world. Okay. The ruler of the fort, the noble, is
Is
a
a
worthless
drunk.
piece of trash that doesn't do a thing, and lets the major previously run the whole show.
Who's currently in command? Well, temporarily in command. Maybe.
A guy that showed up about a year ago, has very little experience. He knows your mission is to patrol the lands and keep the peace. Thus, after half the crew disappeared, he sent out single-man patrols.
Okay.
Send that one, he didn't come back. Send another one, he didn't come back.
What do we do? And every time they try to talk to the guy who's in charge, the noble, he says, "Go away, leave me alone. I don't want to get involved in this." And nobody with any real authority has checked in for months. So because this is a armpit of the world type posting
Yeah.
that people go to be forgotten about.
Mentioned that a lot in this.
Okay.
I just didn't know who was like,
Outside
in
the
major.
fort, the village
Over here.
is a collection of about a dozen or so beggars that have set up little stalls where they cook their rats and their lizards
Okay, so it's not even building.
and
It's just
sell
that.
miscellaneous trinkets to travelers that come by.
Oh.
And from what you've seen, these stones have become fashionable such that when the coaches come through, the travelers typically buy a handful of them. Okay? Mad Louie is the one that has been supplying a large number of them. He comes into this place every so often with a supply and sells some for pennies.
Yeah.
Okay? Got a question?
Yeah, I wanted to, as I was like giving the people money,
Mhm.
I did want to ask like how long they've been there, and then whether I basically want to figure out what information they have about the road wardens here,
Okay.
and figure out if they happen to know, since they're beggars and they tend to get forgotten about, and information tends to just get overheard. If that was some special attachment that they sent out that they went missing for, or like anything like that, that
Okay.
the road warden isn't telling us.
Okay. Give me a gossip check.
You go, dwarf.
Yeah. My fellowship is amazing.
Pulls out some rations and breaks iron with them.
Bribery. Give bribery check. It's the exact same skill.
Oh, I passed.
No way.
Okay. Well,
Take that, Matt.
softened up with a few coins. They invite you to share what meager supplies they have.
Okay.
It looks like
That's garbage.
old garbage and so forth that's been thrown away that they've cooked up and put into some sort of a grayish brown stew. But they tell you that from what they've heard, Major Garrett was the most capable person. He ran the fort fairly effectively and fairly efficiently, as much as he could given this outpost. The beggars all had generally some solid respect for him. He never really interfered with them or mistreated them. He had a tendency to lead from the front as far as his mentality, which is why he would occasionally take patrols out and lead it himself rather than being a passive leader just at the fort. Okay. A couple of them comment that it may have been resentment or annoyance with the noble. Gives them a chance to get away from that. But otherwise, they generally have nothing but good to say of him. What he was doing, as far as I know, he was just heading out on a routine patrol. Nothing unusual.
Okay. I'll make sure to save some of the soup for the elf.
Okay. It's strangely flavored.
That real quick. You just gave me western edges.
Yep.
Of the swamp.
Yep.
No, like southwestern. No northwestern.
Western edges.
You looked hungry.
Uh-huh.
He disappeared. That patrol disappeared about a month
Is
ago.
that a skill cooking?
They went out.
Yes, it's a advanced skill.
What?
Halflings know it. I think.
Halflings know it if they took it. He didn't.
What's wrong with you?
That's what I'm
makes
saying.
it kind of useless.
But the whole reason to have a halfling.
Yeah, the
leader.
patrol left about a month ago. After a couple of weeks, they were declared missing because the patrol should have only taken about a week.
Yeah.
Okay, nobody's heard from them since, and the coaches coming from the west have not reported anything.
Out of curiosity, just to try to help him out a little bit. Typically, when people go on patrols, I have no idea how road warden patrols are set up, but a standard patrol is you're going to go to this area and come back.
Yes, that's
Right.
why. That's why.
Yeah,
I thought
in this
the
case,
patrol
they
was,
patrol
but
the area around the swamp.
Okay,
So they would have gone in a circle west and then around the swamp. In this case, they would have gone south and circled around the swamp.
Jesus,
Okay,
that's some rough land.
that's why they were expected to be out there for about a week on horseback, They stopped by villages, etc. And after 2 weeks, they had not returned. Now, when you were in Commandant, there was no report of any patrol coming through. Okay.
So they would have followed this entire.
They would have followed the outskirts, presumably, is the standard patrol. And you've been on that patrol several times. There's not much out there. I mean, there's the Moat House, there's Commandant, and there's a couple of other ruins here and there, but nothing really of note. Occasionally, you've had to deal with bandits, brigands, occasionally some orcs or goblins. Not much else. It's not really considered hostile or dangerous.
Just an in between.
Right.
It's the force of Warhammer. It's dangerous.
It's very dangerous, yes.
Sounds like we need some mountain goats to go venturing.
I was like,
Kinda cool.
so I have already entered the fort. So
You're allowed to come and go in the fort as
Yes.
you wish.
So I am going to.
As soon as they barred our way. Go ahead.
I'm going to effectively report my patrol to
Sure.
the one in charge for now, not the noble.
Yeah.
And help out.
There's a lieutenant that's currently
He's a good
taking
soul.
control. He
He's a
seems
sergeant.
very exhausted and very
Here, have
stressed
this soup.
since all his people keep disappearing.
I think
But
there's
trying to
protein in
maintain
that.
order and so forth.
I report to him what I was like my patrol,
Mhm.
like the circle that I did.
Drop
And
soup.
I managed to acquire a small band of adventurers, and I'm going to be taking them to the western. What is happening?
We're laughing about the soup.
What is happening?
Beggar soup. They're concerned. It's beggar soup made with real beggars.
If you drink it, it's probably got the swamp. It's probably
Good
got
thing,
the
good
swamp
thing you
water
have
in
that
it.
stone soup quality.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm going to be taking them on the western reaches of the patrol and see if I can find the major.
Okay. You think that's going to be enough people?
I hope so. No.
Are they capable?
Well, one of them appears to be an Ironbreaker from all the way from Middenheim,
A
and
dwarf?
yeah, and those
Oh.
fellas move very slow, so he's been charged.
You sure you want to take a dwarf into the swamp? They sink, I hear.
Yeah, but
Epic.
we need to find what happened to our men.
I heard you had an elf with that group.
Yeah, I don't really.
He's bound to be more valuable.
Yeah, but I don't really like him. Just
Okay. Well,
just the aura he.
make
He's
sure.
an asshole.
yeah.
Make sure you get the whole group some grub before you head out. Get at least some energy. Get some basic supplies.
Okay.
Gotta brush past the business. 6 foot tall giant. Who's 6
So-
foot tall warrior?
Okay. I'm guessing that is going to allow me to bring them in
Yes,
to get some
that's the
Okay.
lieutenant's permission to allow the outsiders in under your guidance and control.
Okay.
I.e., if they cause problems, it's on you.
Yes.
Normally, you need to normally you got to be on the coach as a passenger or a member of the garrison.
Yes.
Okay, because all the other beggars otherwise would camp out inside the fort.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and go get them
Okay,
and bring them in.
assuming they want to go in.
Uh, hello, people on their phones.
I'm listening.
I'm listening.
What's a phone?
People on
Of
their
course I
crystals.
want to go in. I'm literally at the gate trying to get in.
It's scary out here, and I need some walls.
So I basically just tell them we're gonna get some supplies and then we're gonna head out west.
Can we stay here the night?
What time of day is it?
Sure, later in the afternoon, evening.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
We'll head out tomorrow morning.
I had some questions to ask of these peasants. Is it okay if am I okay to come in without you being here?
Yeah.
Okay.
At this point, the guards are considered that you have free reign to go in and out.
Okay.
They're just keeping an eye on you because they don't know you.
And you're an elf.
Other than that, yeah.
I want to see if I can acquire some food for the unfortunates.
No.
Okay.
I'm unfortunate.
I mean, you can
Still
go by
creepy.
the dining hall where they are serving food. It is more fresh, but not fresh by any means. Most of it appears to be warmed up rations and so forth. It seems like the fort is fairly poorly equipped.
Okay.
They have supplies, and they certainly could feed the beggars, but they're not paying any attention to that aspect because they're trying to maintain their own supplies. Okay. And every time you inquire about giving some to the people outside, they said, nope, that's not permitted.
I'm gonna ask around the fort if there have been any
More of
recent
those. I was
reports
going to
of
take
any
what food they give me
any
and then
werewolf
go out. That was my
sightings or
thing.
encounters.
I was gonna
White wolf
ask.
sightings?
That's what I was going to do. too.
Like a specific wolf, or are you talking about
I
White,
eat
Alright.
my food.
white wolves are a
I told
breed
him to
of
leave the
wolf
swamp.
specifically in the Midlands.
Uh-huh.
They're very, very rare.
I already
to
had
the point
soup,
of-
so I'm good.
They're considered mythical.
Yeah, no, they have no indications of anything like that.
Soup.
They haven't seen. There hasn't been a report of a white wolf in this area in a generation.
My prior pelt was one of them,
Okay,
and I want to get a new one. Want to get a new pelt.
okay. No, they've never seen a wolf
I'll
in
be
quite a
asking
while.
in the next couple of game sessions, or until I find one. I'll be asking
Okay,
around.
This piece of wood here is like.
that's the table.
Yeah, but this piece is like shifting damage.
It's fine.
That's the side of the table.
Yeah. Good.
Anyways, so you said you wanted to talk to the beggars?
I just want to see if any of them had any word on this. Damn it! Should have wrote his name down.
You should
I
have.
want to say Mad Max.
But you know, the mad guy, the guy that sells the stones.
Okay, give me a charm
Bad
test.
barbecue.
Shit.
You should have brought me along.
Is it charm or gossip?
Mister, I hate everybody.
Do you want charm or gossip?
Charm is
Charm.
different. Okay, so charm is not as good as my gossip.
They're both
And I don't have it Yeah, but I have ranks in gossip.
Oh.
So, and I don't have it pre-programmed. That would be a 60.
60? Yeah, they walk away from you. They don't seem to have any interest.
Too
in
high
talking to you.
standards.
I mean, every time you talk to him, you say, "You tell me."
Yes, exactly. That's why I wasn't being nice. Have you got any word about this mad
probably
guy?
sharing
So-
like horror stories of elves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, they seem to be selling or trying to sell between alternately just begging for money or food. They're trying to sell various handcrafted stuff like twigs and
Do any of them
Little totems
count
and
as
things like
a
that.
lucky charm?
maybe.
That's an actual thing in the game.
I know it is.
All right. Who's the wisest of you peasants?
They're not really interested in talking to you. Unless you
Scum.
Straight scum. Damn, dude.
There's a reason why I failed. Come on. I had to back
So
in.
my goal was to get some food, and
Yeah.
whatever food they gave
Hold
me, I'd
on.
just go and give it to them. My intent was not to ask for food.
Okay, you get a plate of food and then wander outside.
I gotta
Okay.
say, one of my favorite
You can
characters
certainly
is
do
the-
that. They give you the food.
I know they probably won't allow me to have a second thing. I'm,
Right,
I'm,
they-
I'm perfectly fine with
They
that.
give you the plate of food and you head out and you give
Yeah.
it to the beggars. The beggars are all very thankful and everything and quickly eat it. On your way back, the guards at the gate say, "Oh, the lieutenant's not going to like that." And sure enough, by the time you guys get back in, they're told not to give you any more food
Okay.
or supplies or anything.
Gotta ruin it for everybody.
Yep.
Yep.
All it takes is one.
Yep.
What did you guys do now?
Well, all 5 of you have been banned from the chow hall.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, man.
He's feeding the strays.
Yeah, they finish off their meals that they're eating, and,
They're quite
and that's
polite.
pretty much it.
These are great people.
They're all scum.
They're scum.
I'm surprised. I look at one of the soldiers. I go, I'm surprised you guys haven't cleared them off yet. They've got to be hurting business heading this way.
Every time the major did, they just kept coming back.
Kill them.
No?
It's vagrants.
Dude, who cares about them?
They're spreading disease and stuff out there.
That's why they're out there.
Yeah, don't they steal from you guys? I bet you they try to steal from the people that come here.
We should find coach tickets.
It's official. You're an asshole.
We're just figuring that out now.
Yep, they're beggars. Just kill them.
Nobody's ever made something of themselves when they started.
In truth, what he's thinking to himself is, "They're not me. Just kill them."
Exactly.
Yeah. He's probably thinking that.
Okay, so late that night, you guys hear horses, and another coach pulls in. This one is coming from the east, heading to the west. It pulls in. They open the gates and everything. The coach rolls in, and they close up the gates. A couple of travelers get out, wander inside. Couple of them head out just to talk to the beggars, and you can see them talking and trading with the guys.
Do I recognize any of the travelers?
No.
Okay.
There's nothing abnormal about them, is it? Is there?
About the travelers now?
No scratching their nose, nothing.
No, none of them are scratching their nose or wearing bright purple feathers or anything like that.
No banners that say, I'm a cultist!
No.
Can I talk to the coachman?
Sure.
I don't care about
Coaching?
banners. We
Sure.
carried a banner all through all.
Wait,
I never got pulled over.
We're heading west.
It's a fair point, but we still don't know
This
what
is
was on that
the
banner.
4 coaches line. We're heading to Deanster.
Okay.
Deanster.
Right at the edge of the wasteland.
Yep. We'll hang out here as usual. We're going to camp here for the night and get some rest the horses. Head out first thing in the morning.
You guys.
You need a ride?
Would you guys be willing to make a stop, like right on the edge of the swamp,
No.
like right on the
I got a
road?
schedule to keep. You got a ticket. I could take you, but we got room for 2.
I don't take up a lot of room. Can I get a free ride?
If you got a coaching ticket, not a problem.
Don't look at me.
You do.
It's going the other way though.
It's going west.
I take
It's away from the swamp, so.
Yeah, I don't care. I get away from the swamp.
Would it be a shorter ride from the unnamed town to the edge of the swamp
No.
from here?
No. Besides which, you won't have your horse.
Yeah.
So it'd be a much longer ride because you'd be riding on the ground.
I'd be riding on my
Not get
feet.
very far.
I'd
He's
be,
scooting his butt.
I'd be riding on my butt.
So the travelers that wandered outside, you see them coming in. It's a man and woman. The woman is holding a small wire necklace with a grayish stone on it. The guy sort of rolling a couple of them around in his hands. They're smiling about their purchases and everything. Then they head inside.
Don't look at me.
It's normal for me to see this.
Sure.
I go stop
They're
by
not
over by the I guess elf.
Do what?
And I'll tell him that a few of those travelers appear to have purchased some of the gray stones that you were talking about.
That's their problem.
Okay.
Gray?
See?
Weren't they black?
They were black.
Gray,
Whatever the
Gray-
description was, I previously
Grayish
said.
stone.
You said they were
Those appear to
similar
be the
to
same ones.
volcanic glass like stuff is what you said.
Okay, black stones.
Okay. These appear to be the same things.
Yeah, if you wanted to take a look, it's up to you.
What color is the warpstone inside?
Green.
Normally.
Does that get depleted?
It's uranium, dude. Yes. Over time.
10,000 years later.
I don't think anyone has witnessed one get depleted
Depleted.
and survived.
Yeah.
But
The question was more character to character, like poking at the fact that that might be warpstone.
If you find a piece, just put it in front of you and stare at it.
Your eyes will turn green. Or black.
So we're all in the same building. That couple
Yes.
and all of us.
Yes.
Okay.
There's a small coaching inn. next door to the barracks.
Okay.
You guys are set up in the
That's
barracks
something.
right now.
Okay. So never
Okay.
mind.
So you're free to go wherever you want.
I thought we were going to
Otherwise,
be in the same building as the
No,
couple.
the coaching inn is specifically for the travelers.
Oh,
It's a little bit more comfortable because it's maintained by the coaches, and then the barracks is a military military place. Very basic, very straightforward. There's 2 floors. The upper floor is restricted to the leadership and the nobility, and then all the other road wardens and everything maintain the lower place.
Gotcha.
They don't have access. We don't have access to horses here, do we? We just have.
There are a
enough
couple of horses. There's the one you have,
Yes.
and then there were the 7 that went out on the patrol,
Oh yeah.
and then there might be a couple more.
For the other road wardens.
The other ones that are on patrol.
Okay.
So no, there's not 5 horses or 6 horses that you can get from people.
Okay.
Unless you want to buy the coaching horses.
That won't cost you much at all.
No, that would not have any limitations.
I am borrowing these horses right
So-
now.
Oh.
Okay, so the night passes fairly uneventfully. Your stomachs grumble a little bit since they refuse you any further food for the night. And in the morning, you guys are woken up early for drills, and then
I am.
set about. The coach wagon heads out early at first light, and rolls off with a rattle off to the west.
If
Taking
I
the
see
passengers
the
with it.
couples and they are wearing said stones out plainly where I can see them, I would just casually go, "Oh, poor thing, you got some of that chaos stuff on you." Yeah, they're arresting people, is what I heard. They wear that. It's
Okay.
tied to the cults that somebody overturned in Mindenheim last I was there.
Give me a diplomacy roll.
Charm. Diplomacy's not okay.
Even worse. Really bad.
Okay.
43.
Or duping. Is there a duping skill?
No.
No.
I don't. Yeah, and I'm not.
You're not very charming?
No.
Okay. So, yeah, they look at you like you're crazy.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Mm.
Climb on the wagon and head out.
I tried to protect him.
Okay.
So, I'll go ahead and get my horse ready for the patrol.
2 less
Yeah.
units.
Okay. You're role playing this very well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your plan?
So I'm going to get supplies for the patrol, and we're going to start where the last patrol left off.
Wait,
Like the-
it is.
The last patrol left off from here.
No.
They went west.
Yes. Yeah.
And then south along the thing. So your intent is to retrace what their likely patrol path was?
Yeah.
Okay, now that's been done a couple of times when the original patrol was lost. When it was declared lost, the first thing the lieutenant did was send a couple of guys out to follow the same trail. They came back and reported there was no sign of them. Thus, the patrol was declared missing.
Yeah, they didn't even find like signs of a scuffle,
Nope.
signs of an entry into the swamp.
Nope.
Because these guys were all on horseback, right? So it's not just
Yeah.
the people; it's 7 horses as well.
Yes.
I would just follow the roads to the next town, see if they saw anything about it.
None of the coaches have reported anything along those lines. I mean, they've asked a few times. They've done their basic investigation.
Which direction from the main road is this crazy guy, this mad guy? Which direction is the mad guy?
No, he's here.
No, he's not. The mad guy's here. No, the mad guy
He
comes in.
he leaves every so often, every few days, and then he comes back with a bunch of these stones.
Right, but he's not here right now.
Yeah.
Correct.
Is he?
You look outside. Yeah, you see him sitting over by the side eating what looks like a rat.
Yeah, he's right there.
Might not
right
be
there
cooked.
with the rat. Currently in his mouth.
Looks like a older guy, maybe in his 40s, 50s. Yeah.
Man, that's young for you.
Really
Yeah.
wild hair, like he hasn't had a haircut in months.
All right, so
long beard, scraggly arms, burlap sack. Sort of dressed like you. and
I paid for the better
the
stuff.
real stuff. Okay.
Yes.
He's sitting there chewing on what looks like a roasted rat.
All right, so I may have to torture this guy to get the proper information out of him.
You what?
I just want to let you guys know.
Talk to him.
Yeah.
I'll try that first, of course. But if he doesn't come forth with the information that we need,
So
you know,
I feel like
I'm
torture's
going
like
to
a little
go
bit.
I'm going to go ahead.
Little bit.
it's a skill that I don't have either.
Yeah.
So that shouldn't be a great skill.
I'm going to go ahead and walk up to Mad Louis,
Mhm.
whatever his name is.
Okay, you wander over to him. He's sitting there chewing on a rat, picking bones out of his teeth. Looks up at you. Looks like he's missing about half his teeth.
Huh?
What's that?
Is it at least cooked?
Maybe.
Looks like it.
He said roasted rat.
Yeah, it looks more burnt than anything else, but
And if it's
No, that's just the fur. That's just the fur.
looks like he's missing most of his teeth. He looks up at you as he gums a piece of the rat leg.
Hey, Louis. How's it going?
Okay, goes back to his rat. He gives you a wild look to his eyes. Next to him, he has a small thatch basket, it looks like, woven out of swamp reeds.
Mhm.
You can see a dozen or more of those little stones in it.
any of them sizable?
No.
Hey, are these the things you were looking for?
Not big enough. Hey,
Those are mine!
hey.
He snatches it up, holds them close.
So, what would it take for us to convince you to guide us to where you get those from? Because we need a large one like this. Look at this big.
They're not that big.
Why not?
They're not.
Okay, well, why don't you?
You want to go in the swamp?
Yeah, I want to go to where you get these from.
Awkward stare.
Eats a little bit more of the rat.
Look, I walk up to him. Right? I'll stand between them.
He looks at you.
About eye level.
I see you're a connoisseur of rat. In my prior life, before this horrific nightmare I had found myself in,
Sucks the eyeball
I
out.
can do that.
I used to catch
Why
those
do you
for a
think I
living.
found you?
I will teach you how to catch more, so you can eat better. On the trip, as you take us to there, I will teach you all of my techniques on how to catch rats, how to spot them, and how to catch them.
You steal my rocks.
No, we won't steal you the rocks. We're trading you the rocks for knowledge. I will teach you, and you will teach us. You will teach us how to get the rocks, and I will teach you how to eat more food. I think that's a fair trade. Here, have a sip.
Of
The whiskey.
okay. He downs a large portion of it. Okay.
No,
Puts his tooth back in.
I have a really high fellowship, by the way. So
looks at you head to toe and covered in metal. Don't you have gold?
no, we have some silver.
Oh, I still want to choke this guy out.
Well, if you do that, we won't gain info.
You choke the halfling out.
I reach into my
both,
powders,
you do both at
and I
the
pull
same
out
time.
silver.
Okay.
You could eat a lot of rat for this silver.
He digs it in his little thatch pouch. 12 stones.
No, that's not what I'm offering. I want to know where you get them from. We're not interested in keeping them. I don't want the stones. You can keep the stones.
Looking at the stones now that first time I've seen this many together, do they look to all be approximately the same size?
Yes.
Do they look like they could be drippings from something or droppings?
No.
But they all look to be about the same size.
They're all slightly different different shapes. Think like river stones,
Uh-huh.
but small in size. A little larger than a marble.
They don't look like something that might have dripped or dropped or been secreted or
Not that you can tell.
after the
no.
secretions off that stupid swamp thing.
Are
The
they,
octopus.
Yes.
do they look like they all came from the same rock formation? As in, like,
They're
Metal?
black. They're black stones, roughly shaped. I would say the closest would be like a peanut, like a shell, a peanut with a shell.
okay.
Similar to small.
So like if you take a bag of shelled peanuts and you poured them out, but they were all black and rock.
But that's pretty big.
Smaller than that.
I was more going along the lines of, is it like the chunks of a Shatterstone or something?
Okay.
I'm thinking about he's picking them up like rabbit turds, so something is secreting these, leaving them behind.
He holds them out to you.
That's not what we're trying to listen.
But hold on. Can you use those stones to find more? How do you find more?
They're in the water, in the swamp. I know where to find them.
Yes.
Smart.
Smart. Show us where.
They're here. Holds them out to you again.
Okay, I'll take the basket.
Okay. Give it to the elf.
I don't touch it. I know what they are made of.
I'm not touching the stove.
I don't
touching the
care.
basket.
I don't want that shit.
All right,
They seem strangely warm
Uh-huh.
and comforting.
I set them down.
Okay.
Where are you going to go get more?
Well, I'll go in the swamp.
Okay, let's go.
I'm eating.
Okay, we'll wait.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
I'll sit down and I'll just
He
wait.
He finishes chewing on the rat for the next 10 or 15 minutes after he sucks out the other eyeball and then chews on the brain and cleans his teeth with the tail and so forth.
I'm going to go ahead and pick up one of these stones that all the fuss is about.
As soon as he
Okay.
reaches forward, I slap his hand.
And
Okay.
10 corruption points.
Okay. The halfling stops you from picking one of them up. The guy looks on and is mildly amused. And either he's wheezing or laughing.
Either way.
I can't wait to see what mutations this guy has. Obviously, they're mental.
So how do you think he catches a rat?
Don't
Right.
they still retarded, man?
Tentacle arm.
No, he's Larry Leg.
Okay.
Just transforms.
I do want to use my geology skill.
Okay.
Dwarf.
Okay.
With their questions about the shape and stuff like that, I want to figure out if it looks like this type of material would be naturally formed in this way, compared to it was carved out this way or some other secretion. Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't look like this is. If it does, it's not a stone that you recognize. It doesn't have any signs of being worked, so it hasn't been chiseled or broken out. Or if it has, it's been worn down by water, moving water over time. That's literally river stones are probably the closest analogy I could come up with, which are naturally smooth and everything. Not because they were carved out or broken out. They were at one point, but the water has smoothed them. Okay, that's what these seem like.
I didn't know if like the swamp and stuff like that. You usually get that from a flowing river.
Correct.
And the swamp is more stagnant water.
Yes.
So that's why I was trying to figure out, along with that, if that would be possible for a stone around this area to naturally form like that. That's what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah, logically, you couldn't think of a way that it would happen.
Okay.
It would have to have some moving water.
Okay.
Do you guys have any? I mean, this swamp is warm, so I'm assuming there's something keeping it warm.
It's a swamp.
You don't notice the swamp bubbling anywhere.
No, it's just a swamp. Very, very troll-infested swamp, but just a swamp.
Okay, we're gonna wait until he's gonna go get more. We're gonna hopefully he does it now, and we follow him.
Okay. So he finally finishes off the rat after a very disgusting meal observation, and packs up his stuff. Pretty much ignores you guys. Scoops up the stones that you guys don't pick up. I don't know if you take any of them.
I'll go ahead and just pick up the crate. Or
That's
box.
his crate. We didn't buy that.
Box.
Box.
His little.
Oh yeah, he has a little basket.
Yeah.
That he's woven
I'll
out
just
of
put them all
reeds.
in my little pouch.
All 12
Oh, all the stones.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Can you use lore beasts to recall if anything would? If anything does freeze rocky feces effectively?
Rock trolls.
Yeah.
All I can think of is the stuff that solidified around his body was not black.
No,
Correct.
it was like blue
Correct.
clear.
Okay. Anyways, he packs up all his stuff, checks his pouch, realizes it's empty, and like shakes it around. Sticks it on the rope around his waist. Turns and starts hopping away down into the swamp.
No way.
Actually, straight off into the swamp.
You actually.
Yeah, there's a little berm where he's been sitting with you guys. He turns and literally just goes straight.
I follow.
Within a moment or two, he's like ankle deep into the mud, just walking straight through the swamp.
Is that terrain too thick for my
I stopped dead in my tracks. Nope.
Dwarf submarine.
Is my horse okay? Like, can it go through the swamp terrain?
Have you seen Never-Ending Story?
Story. I was going to say that's great.
That's right.
You haven't seen Neverending Story? Oh, he needs to
Never
see
mind.
that. I follow him.
The hero takes his horse into the swamp of sadness, I think it is, or whatever.
Sorrows.
Swamp of sorrows, and the idea is when you give up, the swamp swallows you, and the horse gives up, and he loses his lifetime friend.
No.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Okay.
He's like holding on to the reins, trying to pull the horse out as it sinks.
Literally gave all of us
Yeah.
PTSD as children.
It's a well-known
Fucking
scene for how
trauma.
sad it is for this horse and everything. So,
Can I real quick?
And you took
like-
live reenactments of it.
okay.
Can I really fast stable my horse here?
Sure.
At the fort?
Sure, you can leave your horse here. He doesn't seem to be moving fast, but you can see him heading into the swamp.
Okay.
He goes out maybe 50 yards or so, and then stops, looks back at you, almost like he recognizes you for a moment, and then waves towards you guys.
I've followed him from the start.
Okay.
Yeah, I follow him, but trying to stay more onto the dry parts of the swamp, if any dry parts.
There are some initially, and then you're wading through the muck.
I have a normal dagger out trying to mark my path.
Okay.
I do not want to get lost.
Just go straight in one direction. You'll eventually
Because
find
that's what
trees.
he's going to do is go straight
So
one
what's,
direction.
what's our plan, small folk?
I always know which way is north, though.
I can't
Sean,
go
I
through
have
that
that
swamp.
I would
Neither
agree.
can you.
Hey,
Yeah, I'm a little fella.
I'm staying with you.
Okay.
Hey,
Okay. So
I'll
the
make
three,
area.
the three of them
No.
climb down into the swamp.
No. You're not a big, red-headed, busty woman. No.
wait, what the?
The dog runs down the berm a little bit, looks back at you, says something, or gives you a look of, this sounds fun.
Yeah. He says, this sounds fun. I mean, bark.
Bark?
Somebody got a little close to the stones. Come here.
Okay.
So you two just staying there? Or you three?
I'm following him.
Okay.
So he goes out a ways, and about 100 yards or so out, he heads over to what looks like a little thicket. Steps over to it. He's about waist deep at that point. Tosses some reeds out of the way, and you see a little dugout canoe
Shit.
that he has.
All right, I go up to him.
He goes over,
Bloop.
jumps onto it, pulls up what looks like a femur that's been carved into a paddle.
Will it fit me?
The canoe?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like, it's a big tree that's been carved out. He's sitting in the middle of it with, like I said, a femur that's been carved into a paddle. He turns and...
I'll go ahead and hop in.
I hop in.
Where's your others?
One's a dwarf in full armor, and the other one's a little bitty thing. They weren't following us.
It's just the swamp.
They drown.
They small.
Too small.
They stay in the boat.
Well, can you get the boat back to pick them up?
Well, no.
Okay, well then they're not going to come out this far. I don't think.
Where did you get that? I was debating it. I was like,
I don't
do I
know,
go
point
out
at
there
the camera.
anyway or not? And I'm like, no.
I'm gonna point at the camera like, where did you get that?
It's mine.
I believe you
Alrighty
guys.
then.
You have a road warden with you guys. They'll save you.
Well,
Okay.
A road warden in the swamp.
Why?
So the three of you are,
Did I
the
just
other
do
two are
bad
staying at the
role-playing
store?
that?
No, you're fine.
No,
It's a joke about
I'm
you being a
literally being
warden.
serious. You're a road warden going with them. You know the terrain.
Yeah.
You should know how to survive.
Off the road in the swamp. Okay. So he waits to see if the other two or three with the dog are going
It's
to
like
come.
we were making
Apparently
jokes
not.
about him
Okay.
being midnight.
Then he finally he gives a kick off the reeds, pushes the boat into the deeper water, and starts rowing south. After a couple of minutes, the canoe that they're on disappears into the mist.
Can I have my crossbow ready?
If you want,
Oh yeah, I'll have that.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
A knocking arrow.
for trolls.
For trolls,
Have my walking.
So we
I
need
know
to
this
teach you
stuff.
how to drink properly.
you guys gotta go back and entertain yourselves.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
I'll have my walking stick in the boat and axe in hand.
Okay.
I-
So
I also want to listen in, when other stagecoaches come by, listen in for information that's going on that pertains to hey, they found this stray horse wandering the woods, or that sort of stuff
Okay.
like that.
okay. Both of you give me a gossip check. You.
Yes.
Okay.
I never get
I'm
to
gonna
use
work
my gossip.
one of my
Me
arrows.
neither.
I'm going to try to get worked into what I could use as like a flame/flare arrow. In other words, wrap it tight with some rags as good as I can.
Okay.
And
have
take a
oil?
little bit of oil out of one of my flasks that's what's
Why do you
called a
have
flask.
oil?
Because I have a lantern.
Oh,
And to start, rubbing it in really good so I can get it more.
fire arrows.
That's
Okay.
what I'll be doing.
Is it a
Gossip.
roll?
Gossip.
Is it a blind cheat roll?
Gossip is fellowship.
It's a good thing.
Fellow.
Nice.
Okay.
69.
Plus 52.
And what'd you get, George?
I got a 57 total.
57 total. Okay.
I'm a dwarf.
So the dwarf is, as soon as you guys discuss drinking, the dwarf is all single-minded. He drinks.
I'm getting there.
You, however, end up striking up some conversations with several of the guards, and as the travelers come in with them as well.
Okay.
The information you can gather is currently there are no reports either from the east or west of horses wandering or whatever per your description. From all the information the guards have, when the patrol went missing several weeks ago, about a month ago, it was declared missing after 2 weeks. They sent out patrols to follow the path and find out what happened. That path disappeared. Although that's vague because that's not definitive because the patrol generally followed the same trail. So
Worn down-
there was
worn
a
down.
there was a path anyways. But they basically followed the route, saw no signs of the patrol, no sign of combat, no sign of blood, nothing like that. As far as they're concerned, they just disappeared without a trace. Okay. Nobody from the east or west has any information on them either.
How about north or south?
So we learned nothing.
As far as those questions, now, if you have other questions, I can fill in some other information. But if you're just asking, has anybody seen horses or had any information, then no, you're basically getting confirmation of the same
was
thing.
there any distress signal from a different town, semi nearby in the swamp? They may have gotten word that
Yeah,
hey,
they
this
started heading
town
off
needed
that way.
help, and then took off that way, and then
No, the closest town was Commandant, and they've heard reports of extra activity in the swamps recently.
okay.
Over the last few weeks, of other creatures and monsters in the swamp being more active, but other than that, no. About the only thing that's really unusual is this recent market trade of these stones that started maybe 6 months ago or so. And since then, it's become a fashion symbol. Most of the travelers are all talking about, hey, have you seen these stones? We bought a couple, etc. They're all over Middenheim. They're all over the western cities, etc. And even to the point that some travelers are making a point of taking the coach so they can get here and buy a supply and then sell them for a few coppers more when they get to town, like you were seeing in Middenheim, where people were selling trinkets a little bit better done, better crafted, and buying the stones from here. All of them reference having talked to Mad Louis, or to talk to Mad Louis, and they're all very disappointed when they're here today that he's not available.
Where's he at?
Right?
He's out with the
He just
swamp.
went out with them.
Oh, okay. That's Mad Louis.
That's Mad Louis.
Shit, my bad.
Okay.
Louis, whatever.
Louis.
I thought. Yeah. Okay.
It's my middle name.
Matt Louis something.
Lewis.
Mad Louis. Mad Louis.
Hey, we found the IRL.
Okay.
And Louis.
I'll spend the time deciphering this now.
Okay.
Thank you.
So you work on that.
Yeah.
So Louis rows the boat south. Like I said, fairly quickly you guys are swallowed up in the mist. Makes it very difficult to get a sense of orientation and everything, but I assume you have some survival skill or tracking skill? Okay.
Plus, I have the talent orientation, so I
Okay.
always
You have a strong sense of what direction you're going. Although without a clear sign of reference and everything, it's still challenging somewhat. Along the way, he talks about how the major was always very nice to him. Never interfered with this trade. He, despite the fact that he was making his money, a couple of the other guards were always about, well, you got to pay your taxes, and they would beat the money out of him. But the major was always friendly enough and actually let him pay a portion, which he was willing to do because he was making money. He understood he had to contribute. But other than that, he could never really make enough because he was only ever able to get a handful at a time. Okay.
Did you see the major and where they went?
He talked to me several times before that last patrol before they disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't see him after that though.
You haven't heard of anything in the swamp? Okay.
No. So he rows out for about an hour.
Okay.
Okay, into the
I
swamp.
think this is the same. Same one.
Here and there, you spot dry land. I mean, you could probably, with some challenge, find a walkable path out here. But he seems to know the land fairly well. And then finally, he pulls up on some like a little island or a little portion, side portion where it's a little drier. Climbs out and starts looking around on the ground, and then starts picking things up from the ground.
All right. I look at where we are at to see where this stuff could be coming from. In other words, I'm assuming this dry ground might go deeper.
It goes further out. There's some more wilderness and everything. Where he's looking at every 10, 15 feet or so, he stops and picks up a stone. And he starts pointing them out, and they're just laying on the ground, scattered in this area.
Is there like a flow? Yeah. Like in the swamp, like any currents?
No.
At all?
No.
Any discernible pattern?
Like,
other than the occasional ripple from other animals in the swamp, just getting out of your way, and most of that you haven't seen for a while. Here, there's no pattern to the stones. They seem to be randomly scattered.
So it looks like somebody just
some are in the water, some are on the land.
So it looks like somebody just threw them away.
So I start checking around for any type of entrances into, like, if it came from a building that was long ago here, or if it came from a cave entrance, which is my guess. I'm going to check to see if there's anything that's, could be hiding a entrance under the swamp or.
Okay. Give me a perception check for the three of you.
Blind, I'm guessing.
I should have brought the
Wait, how do I? Where's the blind?
Yes.
No.
If you only had the
Oh, there it
cowbells.
is. Blind, yeah.
Make sure I think this is correct before I roll this.
Perception.
Yeah, it's correct, so I just roll it. It doesn't need to be blind?
Yeah, preferably.
There you go.
That's mine. Second one.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, you guys are looking around initially. There's no sense of pattern at all.
Okay.
You notice after a bit while you're looking around, checking for different things, the further south you go, seem to be slightly more common.
Okay.
Okay. And as you're heading that direction, you notice he's like lingering back, like he's staying further north from you, just picking up stones. At one,
Stop.
yeah, you stop and look at him and says, he like in almost a hushed whisper, he says, "No, we don't go that far.
Why?
Big stompers are down there.
What's a big stomper?
Trolls.
Big.
Trolls?
They stomp around.
Trolls. Yeah,
We don't go that way.
very common.
Plenty of stones here. We gather what we need." And by this point, he has most of his pouch full.
We need to get the. I'm staying here. Get back and get the dwarf. Tell him we need him.
Okay. If you stay quiet, you should
Put my hood up.
stay quiet and stay out of sight.
Activate your elven
Should be
invisibility cloak.
Yep. Just bring him back. Get him up here quick.
Should be fine if you stay quiet and still.
Description word you never
And
talk about the dwarf.
It'll only be a couple hours.
that's fine. I plan on scouting during that couple of hours.
Okay. So,
So, is he staying with you?
I don't know. It's up to him.
Are you staying?
Yeah, I'm staying. I want to see where these originate from.
Do me a favor though. Don't try to stay with me.
Yeah, I know.
stay like 20 feet ahead of me.
No, I prefer you stay like where the boat's gonna stop, so I have a point of reference.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so Mad Louie goes back and he climbs back in the boat.
I understand. He's
I'm
going
okay.
with him.
Yes, I am going to get the dwarf. Preferably
Hopefully,
the
getting
dwarf.
Mad Louie, convincing Mad Louie to bring him back here.
Yes.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Okay, so with his pouch full, he seems quite eager to get out of here.
Oh, do you have enough money to buy all of the stones you just picked up? Pot of gold.
Okay, thank you.
Hopefully
Okay.
that's enough.
Okay.
Why are
So,
you giving away so much money to these humans?
I don't know.
Very human.
I don't care. It's money.
has no value to him. Anyways,
Thank
he,
you.
he,
And
tur-
I
he
have a
turns
ton
the canoe and rapidly paddles off to the north, fairly quietly, while you guys stand there in the midst in the wilderness. Almost immediately as the boat goes away, the sound of bugs and animals and so forth returns. In the distance, you hear something loud splash into the water,
Okay.
but you can't see more than 20 yards or so with the mist.
It's fine.
Ooh, I'm glad I'm not there.
All right. So he wouldn't really be able because he's in the mist with me. So me firing the flame arrow up, it won't really.
Won't help any.
But-
you guys, can, as long as you're within that distance, you guys can see each other fine.
I'm just okay. I tell you actually, you saw me give the flame arrow. So watch the swamp. If you can get it above the mist, if you see the flame arrow go up, we're in trouble.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I suppose this is happening again. Something goes
We
better.
always die together. Come
It's
on.
something goes better than last time.
No, it won't.
Okay. And what, you're going to scout the area?
I'm going to scout the area. I mean, that's one of my careers,
Okay.
Former career.
former careers. Yes.
Okay.
But it's more along the lines of I'm looking for. I mean, as it gets thicker, as it gets to where he says don't go.
The stones get to your perception because you're far more perceptive than the rest.
Right.
There is a notable increase in the frequency of the stones.
Okay.
They're still randomly distributed around, but there are more of them the further south you go. Now, we're talking about one every 10 feet versus one every 9 feet. You'd have to be very perceptive, i.e. elf, to be able to notice that level of difference.
Okay.
It's not like there's suddenly large piles of them.
I get that. So the only thing I'm concerned
Okay.
about is the difference such that it could just be he cleared out enough.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, he's picking them up, and they appear to be widespread enough. There's lots in this area.
Gotcha.
Hundreds, thousands, whatever.
Are you going to communicate that? If not, that's fine.
I tell you, I'm going to go investigate the stompers because that appears to be the source of the stones.
Player to player, it they could be the source of the stones, or if they're spread out like that, they could have been like something exploded and sent out these stones
So
around.
I'm gonna
the
see
area.
what. That's what I'm assuming it is, but I need to see the source to be able to know that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So you guys keep heading south.
I head south. Yes, I'm trying to be as quiet and as stealthy as possible.
Okay. And what's your stealth?
He's not with me. I refuse.
Are you staying where you're at?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay where I'm at. Provide him a point of reference for
Yeah.
getting back to the meetup point.
I'm assuming we're deep enough in that if I start yelling for help, they're not going to hear me back at the fort.
Absolutely. And
But
with
he
the
can
fog
hear
and everything else, he may be able to hear you. He's not going to know the direction.
That's fine.
Okay.
He can at least then tell the group, all right, I think the elf died that way.
Okay.
The elf is yelling for help, so he's in trouble. You know.
Okay.
Point me towards the direction you're going, and I'll just, if I hear you.
He points that way, and as soon as he's out of sight with the mist flowing around and everything,
I would try to make a marker, like arrange a couple stones, and
okay.
He touches the warm, comforting stones.
That's right.
Why does the arrow never get fully formed, and why are my pockets getting full?
Okay.
oh, that's a bad thing. Layer of Larry. Shouldn't have read that.
Yeah.
Well, it's right there up top. I mean,
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Cave.
You really got to have some self-control. If you see those sorts of things, just let me know.
Okay.
Okay? As opposed to announcing
Yeah.
everything. Because now it's very hard for everybody to not to metagame.
That's easy for me.
Well, right, you're not there.
George,
However,
I think, will be able to pull it off.
The only person that matters is me.
no, it
Those
matters
three
not.
aren't going to make
you don't matter, Matt.
I don't.
Well, yeah, you'll be dead soon.
Matt saw
You'll be
it.
dead.
What does that actually taste like?
And
It
that
tastes
was
like
figured
a
out before.
sports drink.
I-
It's my first one I've ever had. I've never had one.
Okay. So,
It tastes like
in the
So
distance,
different
you hear some splashing, something large in the water.
Okay.
You hear the sounds of mysterious things swimming and moving,
I hate swamps.
and buzzing of bugs and so forth. Both of you hear that.
Which way am I? Where am I coming from?
You are down here,
Can't see that, so hold on. Down where?
down southwest on the map at least.
Okay.
You need time.
So
Okay.
I see me. Okay.
Can you give at least some of us visibility at least?
Not yet.
Okay.
I will leave it to the elf to describe based on however far he goes.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I was
Okay.
like, man, I'm interested. I want to watch this.
I understand that.
yeah,
but,
I get why you're not doing
but
it.
if he
It's
gets
fine.
killed, then I'm not going to reveal anything.
Yeah, it makes sense. Outside
Okay.
the fact that we know where
Something
it is.
large.
Well, apparently.
Something large in the water. Splashing?
You heard a loud splash of something
Which way?
in the mist.
I hate Sean. Alright,
And now the chorus. Wee.
So do we.
alright, I will use the brush in front of me to stealth
Hey, you
forward.
can use that as a soundtrack.
Okay.
For your
How much
videos.
can I mean, obviously Matt can see, I think, quite a bit more
You
than
can
what my
see. You can
character
see quite a bit further. You can see vaguely a ring around your character in the mist.
Oh, I see the ring. There's actually a lit ring.
Yeah, that is effectively the light
Okay.
or your visibility that you can see mostly clear.
Good.
Okay.
So I get to there.
Okay.
What is this?
Bush looks
It's warm.
yellowish green, strange, covered with thorns.
That makes sense.
That's a bush. Not what I thought it would be.
I got this.
You think for a moment it shivers a little bit in the non-existent breeze.
Maybe there's a cave in the bush.
Hear drums in the background.
I would leave if that were the case. As soon as I heard drums, I'd be like, yep, I'm out!
And they suddenly.
Drums in the dark.
The octopus is playing the bongos.
Or we can play the Mongols.
A knocking arrow,
Okay.
not the flame arrow.
Okay.
Pay attention to me.
Probably take my sword.
What are you doing, William? You hear a loud splash in the distance and no sign of the elf.
I'm sitting there, like I said, I would prior.
Okay. What's your perception?
60.
60. Okay. Let me make some hidden rolls.
I believe. I'll make sure. Perception 60. Yep.
It's the swamp of Dagobah where it's good. You look over and it's just like. Oh.
Dagobah.
You're going to be
Star
R2
Wars.
here in a second.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what
Nope.
happened. Oh, wait, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Never mind.
This is just horrible.
What would you like to do, Matt?
I'm an elf. I'm going to say I can get anything. Sorry.
I haven't seen anything that I would like to see yet. That's my problem.
What would you like to see?
A good source.
So where the curve is where the sunlight stops, but the cave starts further
Pay
out.
attention to the game.
I can see that.
You can see that far into it. Beyond that, it's dark, so your dark vision's going to have to kick in. Which coincidentally is also the ring of light that you have around you.
I'm not comfortable with going any further.
Okay.
Especially
Like
that,
yawns.
that bush there. You know what?
The bush.
The bush is scary.
So scary, bush.
Do I feel confident that if I were to run from where I'm at, I can get back to him? If I'm not panicked, if I just turn and start running.
If you turn and move hastily back to where you think he is, you're confident. Whether or not you can is different. Okay. You do have a sense of comfort
It's like
And-
yawns for me. Somebody else.
relaxation here. Okay. Almost like you're home.
You're going to.
You kind of are, if there wasn't so much water.
Yeah. Like returning to your elven forest after a long hunt.
No,
All
you're
right.
supposed to go like.
I'm trying to commit suicide with my bow. All right. I see that there's a cave. That's enough for me. That was really all I wanted to make sure I could find.
Okay.
I'm not going to try to aggravate something and take on something myself. So
You're
I'm going to
Bless you.
head back towards
Okay.
Gary.
Okay. So give me a navigation roll.
Oh, we've never used that before.
Should it be like survival or something like that?
I think there's is
Outdoor
navigation.
survival.
There is
Outdoor
There is
survival.
navigation.
Yeah.
There is navigation.
There is navigation, yes, there is.
And
Bless
you get a sizable bonus given your talent. So.
Jeez, I cannot roll for shit. If I have to use navigation, I got a 77.
Okay. So after what seems like a good 20 minutes or so, you see something moving in the dark, in the gloom, and the fog, and then the elf
you.
emerges from a different direction,
You taking out
heading
your
towards you.
I want to get home. Too.
Hey,
Hi. What did you find?
cave. Some odd-looking bush on the way there. Looks like it's closer to the entrance. Could have swore I saw it move. But other than that, it was peaceful. I
Trolls
mean,
are
almost
hairy.
calming.
Trolls are hairy, bush-like. Could have been troll.
Who knows? I wasn't shooting it or aggravating it, whatever it was.
Someone again?
Hairy bush troll.
We got a while to wait.
Bushy.
Yeah. Do we wait or do we want
His
to
name is
go
Bushy.
stab whatever it was?
Well, I'm not going down there, just the two of us. I'm waiting for the tank. Although he might have some trouble getting there.
Yeah.
You know what? Speaking of which, help me try to find something we could use as a bridge. There's a gap between dry lands when I got there. I don't know, it's probably a good 15 feet.
Canoe?
Do you think we're going to be able to take the canoe from this guy? I don't think he's going to let us take it.
I think we just pick it up with him inside.
It's a tree, dude. I don't think so. Maybe we could, but I mean, I'm okay with crazy guy getting lost in the swamp and we take his canoe, but I don't think the dwarf will be okay with that.
In all fairness, though, stop the distribution of these stones.
Right? That's, hey, thank you for justifying it. I like that.
You two
That
are
was-
so evil.
That was my intention.
You two are so evil.
We're Warhammer characters.
The whole.
Who were hired to stop the distribution or at least find the source of these stones.
I'm going to look around for something we could use to help the dwarf get through that. If I remember what I was envisioning, because I was on this sort of a peninsula, and there's water gap before we got to the land again, before the cave. Now, I don't know how deep that water gap's going to be. So I need something to try to help persuade the dwarf to go across wet land. Some sort of either a flotation device or a bridge. I don't think
There's lots of reeds
it's like,
and small pieces of driftwood. There's nothing else significant here. There's
You
no
could get
trees or anything. I mean, there's bushes, but that's about it.
we'll have to use the rope and grappling hook is probably what we're going to have to do.
Hook arms for his armor.
Oh no, there were some large stones on the other side. We could probably get hooked.
So
into.
you guys gonna hang out here for a few hours or until the
What
boat
do you
comes
think
back?
he's going to do? Swing over
Till
the
the
edge
boat
like
comes
Indiana
back.
Jones?
Okay.
If we'll give them
Wade through the water.
4 hours,
4 hours. Okay.
Even more.
After 4 hours, what are you gonna do?
then we're going to go kill the monster ourselves.
Yeah.
Or die.
I'm just being truthful.
Most likely die.
Yeah, most likely die.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
back at the tavern,
First time for
or back at the coaching inn.
I'm going with fate.
A couple hours have gone by. You've been talking, drinking, enjoying yourselves with all the travelers. When the road warden walks in,
Hey,
dwarf looks
I
like
don't
he's
know
doing
his
a
name.
crossword
I don't
puzzle.
know his name. I don't know anybody's name. I don't know my name.
Do what I do. Dwarf. Halfling.
You probably should have introduced yourself at some point, but that's
Yeah,
a whole separate thing.
Probably.
Because they don't know you either.
Right.
Hey, dwarf.
Yeah.
They
It's funny.
they
I
found
know
where all
gallery.
those weird-looking stones were coming from.
Slappy.
You wanna come with us now? There's a little canoe.
Sappy.
You don't have to wade through the water the entire time.
Oh, yes, but I have to still get to the
Snappy. Is that it? So, I don't know. I really don't.
You're Tolman.
Tolman? Damn.
Nothing to do with that.
Remember the description it was waist deep for a human.
I kept
Where
thinking of the
not
halfling
wearing a lot of
deal.
heavy
I'll
stuff.
tell you.
Not as tall as a human and weighed about 4 or 5 times heavier than a human.
It was a big, big boat.
How am I gonna get this heavy dwarf?
It's a big boat.
I don't dispute the boat.
How's he gonna
Don't do
get
it.
to the boat?
I have to get to the boat.
You did this on purpose. You
I did, because I'm not going to convince him. You've got a chance.
Huh?
I know
All you gotta do is
how
take
I
your
would do.
armor
I know
off.
how I would go about convincing him. That's the difference.
Money.
You've got to no. Nothing will persuade this dwarf more than one thing.
Anyways, the halfling and the dwarf have been drinking heavily. You're not necessarily sure how capable they will be at this point, although the dwarf most likely is more capable.
I sure hope so. With all the points I put in consume alcohol.
I would hope
feel
so,
like-
yes. But then you're also drinking faster than
Hey.
the halfling is.
How about this? When we get to the canoe, like you take off your armor, and then when we get to the canoe, you can put it back on as we're going through.
I'm still carrying the armor. The weight does not change whether or not it's off of me or on me.
I'll carry some of it.
I'll carry the important parts. You
Yeah.
carry the rest.
Huh?
Yeah, the ancestral inscribed armor, yeah.
That's right. I'll carry the shield for you.
The armor made.
Made with the most powerful material on the planet.
I wouldn't say that, but
It's not?
probably not. I think you should try to get the canoe up here. I feel like that would be like the best option. Because even if for some reason we figure out a way to exchange the weight, I'm still going to be head deep in the swamp getting there with my height.
After I finished walking back up to the fort, did it look like I could like drag the canoe?
No.
Over?
No. I mean, maybe with a team of horses, you might be able to.
It's a big boat.
It's a large boat. Think of a large fallen tree that's been carved out. It's not a simple canoe you can just hoist over your shoulders and move. It's a waterlogged log.
Well, to fit me, him, and him, yeah.
It has plenty of room and plenty of size, presumably, to carry you. Excuse me, armor and everything. However, you have to get to the canoe, and in order to do that, it's going to be trudging through the mud by the dwarf. Now, you don't think it's necessarily going to be too deep for him. Okay, I mean, he's not going to drown, but he's going to be covered fairly heavily in mud.
How about...
Treat this like the predator. You can't see.
You're making it. Don't overthink it, man.
I'm trying not to.
How did you convince him to follow you in the first place?
I honestly don't know.
He convinced himself.
Let me finish my crossword. I'm almost set. And yes, I've already memorized the code.
Fine, I'll wait for him to finish his little game.
Do you remember the pyramid campaign from ages back? We played, it was like 2nd edition D&D, Desert of Desolation or whatever, that had a code. And Joel was playing that with us. He would decipher the code. And after, the fun thing about that one is the way the code was written. After you deciphered a couple of phrases, your mind filled in the letters for you because they were the same letters, just missing pieces. Mm-hmm. And you went from deciphering the code to reading the letters.
Yeah, that's cool.
It was really, really well done for that aspect.
I like those things. They're usually just memes or whatever, but just see where they take and jump all the letters, but they keep the first and last letter of the
right.
word.
And
you can read it full speed.
Yeah.
You're just like, wait, that shouldn't have worked, but your brain just is like, yeah. It's an interesting mechanic of how you read. Because you don't actually read each letter, you read the word as a whole.
Right, your mind makes the connection for you subconsciously.
Which is why dyslexic people have such a difficult time.
The brain is so damn weird.
But that code always struck me as so well done as a result of that.
That's not the same one where we were dealing with the gods, is it? Because that was a Rolemaster campaign.
Probably. No, this was an old D&D module, like 2nd edition one.
I may not have been gaming with you at the time.
Might not have been. I don't know, but it was like a full length campaign, and every section had used the same code for all the hieroglyphics, and the group started off with a key. But like I said, after the first handful of them, whoever it was that was deciphering it could just read them straight, and everybody else it was.
So I remember that. I remember that, but I don't remember the campaign. I remember that, Joel being able to go up, just read something, but I don't remember the campaign.
I might be able to just carry you halfway. Honestly, I might actually just be able to carry you to the canoe.
So that he's going to start saying,
That's the last person that picked me up. What happened to him?
That's why I chuckled.
I'm not a child.
You sure about that?
I mean, I guess I could just pick you up and just carry you.
I pull my knife out.
Okay.
Until he stabs you.
As soon as he mentions picking me up, I'm like, I'll stab a motherfucker.
You just carry him around in a backpack.
That's a great way to get backstabbed.
No, honestly.
You put like a 2x4 at the bottom of the backpack, so you have something to stand in, and then you just ride it around on
Man,
the
that'd be so easy for me to slit your throat.
Yeah.
And then, then I give you my crossbow.
You got it deciphered?
Yep, deciphered.
Okay.
I'm waiting.
Oh, okay.
And then you have to decipher it yourself.
I'm a little drunk, so.
Okay. So, I'm gonna ask the road warden to step away for a little bit.
Well, he's technically not here yet.
Okay, he's not here yet. Okay.
Sure. It took you less than 2 hours to decipher it.
I figured as much, but I don't know with drinking and stuff like that. It may have took me 2 hours, but
Might have.
so
Yeah,
it
but
says,
a little bit of alcohol.
so it says, "My friends and change. It is time. Our many hands must come together as one. For too long, the purple hand has worked as fragments, each to its own agenda. We have sown glorious chaos, but to there's a blank. Bring the time of changes. We must act as one under a champion in shadows. Your friend, Caster Lebron."
Oh, that motherfucker's still around. Who's Casper Lieberman? We don't know this information.
I don't know it, so I don't know.
The hell's the purple hand?
The record. Well, the purple hand's the
Nobody
thing we're
does.
investigating.
Is it?
No,
Are we actually, like, have we been informed of the
Your
purple
group
hand?
filled each other. It filled
Okay.
everybody in. You guys, you guys have the whole background.
I was supposed to say none of us
Okay,
are the original
'cause
members. So.
The original members left before we went
Yeah,
through
none
the
of these guys
process.
started.
The original characters left before these characters joined, but they had filled in the other half of the group, and
Okay.
that group has now filled you guys in.
Okay.
So Caster Lieberung is the name of the character that you impersonated
Mm-hmm.
I thought they found
way
him
back
dead.
first.
Yeah, he's dead.
Supposedly.
They found a guy with the note that looked like Frederick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With purple hand tattoo, but
So,
it apparently was not Casper Lieberman.
or Frederick is still pretending.
Ooh.
Is he pretending that I'm not there?
I don't know if he's pretending or not, but he was impersonating
The guy
a
at the
person
next
for a
table
very
says
long
that.
time. So,
And first,
He killed a lot of chaos cultists.
all in the pursuit of hiding his persona.
Yeah, that's true. They would do shit like that.
That's right.
And it is change. And guess who he was corrupted by?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Person of
100%.
change. So, connection
Connection.
achieved.
So we gotta go kill the warrior priest who's now rampaging around the
That's
kingdom.
right.
Okay, let's do that.
one slip crossbow bolt to the head.
And there you go. That was the answer.
You
to
know,
the
you know
crossword
the
puzzle.
guy who
Sound like
can't
an
be
accident
killed?
here.
Yeah, no. Yeah, crossbow bolt. Yeah, that might do it. But also, remember, he survived twice being killed.
In the neck.
We don't know if he can even be killed.
Anymore.
Okay.
I'm the one of the whole
We've
Yeah.
created an immortal. Great.
He may have been elevated, who knows?
So we're going to go into the swamp where we will be swimming. Got it.
I'll do my best not to let you
Why
drown.
are we going? You and I. Okay, you're
We got-
very combat effective normally. In
Yeah.
the
I
swamp,
completely agree.
you're as useless as I am.
So is the elf anywhere, so they kind of need help.
I'm not there. Yeah.
I don't know if
He
he
would
floats
never
a
say
lot
that
better
to
than
my
you
face.
and I. He floats a lot better than you and I do.
You can use
Yeah.
them as a raft.
I don't want to go in the swamp, man. The bogtopus almost ate me, man.
But it didn't.
Only
You
because.
see-
Okay,
So you're experienced now.
I just came for the dwarf. You can stay here if
Did
you
you
want with
say
your
your
dog.
experience now?
Yeah, you're an experienced octopus hunter now.
I love it.
Hey, halfling.
Just like in the movies. First encounter of the Bogtopus is horrible. After that, they defeat Bogtopuses left and right.
yeah, yeah.
Hey,
I want to
halfling.
see if the outpost, is anything
What?
like,
You're not even there.
say
Yes,
there's
it is. Now I am.
What?
I can't.
Do you guys have anything that like might scare away a bogtopus, like bogtopus spray or stuff like that?
Bells.
Could
Do
be.
we?
Cowbells.
Could.
Do we?
No.
No.
The fort. The only thing they know of the Bogtopus is that there are rumors of large creatures along those lines in the swamp. None of the patrols have ever reported seeing it.
Well, we can confirm they fucking exist. We've seen it. Got attacked by it.
Okay.
He almost died.
Anyways,
No.
I came here for the dwarf. You can stay here if you want
There's my
with your
life.
puppy.
That was fine.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
Huh? How would you have a good
I'm
time
going.
here?
It'd be a hell of a lot better time than being out in that swamp.
I'll go drown in the swamp.
Dwarf might
Are you going to take your armor off or are you going to wear it?
Dwarf might get injured.
My goal would be to wear it.
At least I'm not being cut to death. You gonna wear it?
That's my goal.
I'll do my best not to let you drown.
Just push some over so just get some water.
Okay. I'll go.
Functionally, it's like if I don't wear it, where am I going to have
I
it?
feel like he's playing my early elf. My early elf was like, "Why? Why are we doing this? What is wrong with you people?"
Yeah.
And
Now
Frederick was
now
always
you're
the one.
late
No,
elf.
we need to do this.
Now you're
No.
Now the late elf is, I'll scout ahead. And then he comes back and says, Why? Why are we doing this? Now you're just saying, why are we doing this with more
Do
information?
you know how to work a crossbow?
Hmm?
Do you know how to work a crossbow?
No.
Okay.
I have a sling.
Okay. I was going to offer you the use of heavy crossbow.
The heavy dwarven crossbow?
Technically,
It's a fucking catapult.
If he shot that, he would
wheels
go
all
here.
the way that
Hold
way.
this. If you let him shoot it,
I mean,
he'd
it's like
go.
a ballista for you.
Huh?
It's like a ballista for you. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
you maybe can
Now
enjoy
mount to
that.
the back of the dog, maybe.
Okay, so you guys are going to figure out a way to get to the boat?
Yeah.
Okay. So around about this time, Andy and Carter show up,
Ah,
so at least they have the potential for going with you, assuming they join us next week.
I'm not going
I
to be
think
here.
it's terrible.
If you guys keep playing, remember, 2 weeks I'm going to be
That's a
gone.
good opportunity for you to stay in town. For your
Yeah.
I'm going to stay in town.
Yeah.
I'll
Good
shoot you when
choice.
you get
Good
back.
choice.
which is perfectly valid. Okay. So, I'm assuming you're going to remove your armor at least to get to the boat?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll carry portions of it to help them out.
That's fine. So, between the 2 or 3 of you that end up going, based on who shows up next
The
week,
only one that I'm thinking might go is Andy. Because
if Carter's here, then he'll presumably want to go, since that's the whole portion of where the adventure is going. And then you get to find Matt and William's characters dead.
ooh, coin.
only half dead. Come on.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
thank you
half
for that
of you's
free
over
gold.
there dead. The other half is
I think he was mean. William would be dead. He'll be running.
I totally
That
did
seems like
not
a more
need
likely
that.
scenario.
Probably.
Oh, thanks.
So, okay. We will wrap up for here for this week and then continue next week. Minus the halfling, who didn't want to go anyways, which is fine.